These kids are some of the most talented cooking prodigies in the world.
I'm very serious about my cooking career. Cooking's in our blood.
I don't want to be treated like a kid. I'm a chef.
Tonight, over 3 rounds, these kids will compete against a highly regarded executive chef.
I have 42 years of experience.
These kids should take notes. I'm gonna show them how it's done.
I didn't come 3,000 miles to lose to some kid.
With our final round judged by the world's most critically acclaimed master chefs.
Delicious.
In a winner-takes-all blind taste test.
I can't believe that a kid made this dish.
Can raw talent and imagination defeat years of training and decades of experience?
Oh, my heart's racing.
It's the titans of today
I'm not taking a light on them.
against the superstars of tomorrow.
You've never seen kids cook like this before.
Oh my God.
Yes!
This is Man vs. Child, Chef Showdown. I'm your host, Adam Gertler, and tonight it's a culinary showdown in 3 rounds. Joining me is celebrity chef, cookbook author, and owner of the restaurant group, Mike Isabella Concepts, Mike Isabella. And co-owner of Tarzan E. Jane, and private chef to Hollywood's elite, Alia Zane.
Yeah.
Tonight's competitor worked at Bobby Flay's very popular Mesa Grill. Since then, he's become the powerhouse executive chef of several Las Vegas restaurants.
I've always wanted to be a chef, and because I didn't go to culinary school, I've learned everything by School of Hard Knocks, so I have to always be on my game. I have an 8 and a 10-year-old that will talk a whole lot of trash if I lose to another 10 or 8-year-old.
Please welcome Chef Melvin "The Boots" Johnson.
Chef Boots once worked with Bobby Flay. Obviously, he has tons of talent, and I think that we definitely have our work cut out for us.
Welcome, Chef.
Thank you.
You'll be competing in 3 different challenges against the prodigies. Tonight's prodigies are Chef Zion, Chef Olivia, Chef Cloyce, Chef Emily, and Chef Holden.
Nice meeting y'all. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
If the flags haven't already given it away, the theme of today's challenge is America.
Whoa! That was cool.
That worked.
Today's challenges are a salute to the American spirit that makes our country great.
Awesome.
Comfort food, I'm happy. It's right in my wheelhouse.
Now, before we get this party underway, let's find out who's competing in round 1. Prodigies. Who's it gonna be?
All right.
Chef Boots is very familiar with Southern and American foods, so we need someone who can elevate traditional American food.
We choose Chef Zion.
There's no one better than Chef Zion because he can take anything and make it extraordinary.
Whether it's a soccer game or a pie baking contest, Chef Zion is unlike any other.
I started cooking at 4 years old because at my preschool there was a chicken farm, so we would always make like scrambled eggs. I like cooking because it makes me more sophisticated and it gives me the power to make my dishes how I want.
Please welcome Chef Zion.
Honestly, I don't know what to think. He's got the cutest face and braces. I'm just looking at him like I have knives his age. And
You know, all this patriotism today has got me thinking, what's more American than a baseball game? And what do you eat at baseball games? Hot dogs!
Yeah.
Yeah! Every American can make a hot dog, but the judges are going to want to see your take on an elevated hot dog.
I like hot dogs, but I'm not the kind of person that can eat like 6. I might eat one and then not eat another one for like a week.
Hot dogs, you really can't get any more American than that. The combinations are endless. It's all in your imagination what you can create to make it fun and exciting.
And the toppings can really add to your dog. Choose a frank that will complement your topping well.
Remember, chefs, the judges will award the winner of this round with an advantage from the menu board for the next round. History has proven that whoever wins that advantage has a much better chance at keeping the advantage heading into the winner-takes-all 3rd and final round, presented and blind tasted by a master chef. You have 30 minutes to deliver a frank that makes us yell, "Hot diggity do!" And your time starts now.
Yeah!
Although the theme is America, meat, I might try to do something that's not American and go a little creative.
Meat and meat. Ooh, more meat.
I am making a Japanese hot dog with a wasabi aioli, topped with pickled daikon, bonito flakes, and shredded nori. My top 3 foods are American, Japanese, and Japanese.
I want the judges to bite into my hot dog, and they're transported to their backyard barbecue. They get the bite, and they look up, oh, hey, Ma.
I love hot dogs. Like, hot dogs are one of my favorite things.
So I'm gonna make a traditional coleslaw dog. So I start with the all-beef hot dog, and then grill the hot dog to where the casings get nice and tight. And I know that doing that, I would add some more flavors to the hot dog.
I do everything with bacon.
Back home, I'm known as the bacon chef. I mean, I put bacon on a lot of things. I make my own bacon, I smoke my own bacon. So I fry some bacon because I want to put that on top for some texture. Bacon makes everything better.
I mean, how do you go wrong with bacon?
The first thing I do is I start julienning a yellow onion and turn it to a low heat so they caramelize. And then I cut my daikon and shave it, then cut it into triangles.
So Chef Zion is gonna pickle the daikon?
That's a very good idea. Add an acidic element.
A daikon is a Japanese radish, and it's very bland. So when you pickle it, it gives it like a sweet and sour crunch taste. So that's why I pickle the daikon.
Okay, so
Well,
something that we
wow.
just learned, he has nice knife skills.
No, he doesn't have nice knife skills. He has
impeccable.
phenomenal knife skills.
The thing that makes it really traditional is coleslaw, relish, mustard. So I take some cabbage and I chop it up nice and fine. I mix in fennel, some red onions.
I'm making a little vinegar marinade for the slaw.
A lot of people use mayonnaise base for their coleslaw, and I want to go a nice vinegar base, so it's kind of like a pickled cabbage.
A pickle slaw.
Chef Boots is apparently doing more of a classic hot dog using very classic flavors, while Chef Zion is doing something totally out of the box, totally elevated. That's what I think is going to give us the advantage in the next round.
I'm looking at my dogs, and they're just not really cooking. They're just sitting on the heated griddle, but not really getting any char. So I started basting the hot dogs with the dripping just to start the sizzling.
You just poured some of the bacon fat over the hot dogs.
You have to grill your hot dog buns. You have to do that. So I threw the butter onto the griddle and let it start melting, and then I added the hot dog buns right to that to get a nice little crispy, buttery crust of cooked butter on the bread.
20 minutes remain.
I'm making a wasabi mayonnaise.
The mayonnaise is gonna give it a spicy, fatty taste. So I get half a cup of canola oil, 2 egg yolks, and I put a scoop of Dijon mustard, and I whisk that together and let it emulsify. After whisking and making mayonnaise a lot, my muscles are really strong. Bang.
Chef Zion, looks like you're making an emulsion of some kind.
I'm making wasabi mayo.
So do you like that kind of spicy?
A little bit. I can take it.
I know Judge Isabella likes to burn his nose off. You want to make him take a bite of it. Go like, ah!
Not that spicy.
All right, good luck. It looks awesome.
Chef Boots is plating.
Yeah, he's plating.
Plating at 11 minutes.
I do this for a living. I don't
Oh.
take a lot of time.
It's gonna be cold. You might as well just put it in the blast chiller. It will taste the same.
Chef Boots, how's it going, man?
It's going nice, man.
You like the dogs?
I love the dogs.
You still have 10 minutes left in the competition. Are you a little concerned it might be a little bit early to be plating up so soon?
I thought we only had like 5 minutes left.
Oh, no, there's actually 10 minutes left, so it's something to consider.
I threw myself off thinking that I had to hurry up and get something plated. I really thought I only had 5 minutes left.
All right. I go too fast?
I'm worried about the coolness of the coleslaw and then the warmth of the hot dog. If I lose this, it will be because of the temperature.
I'm using the little pork hot dogs that you use when you make pigs in a blanket. They only take 3 minutes, and I want them to be warm for the judges.
Hot dogs are on. Buns are almost on, but they don't take a long time.
I used clarified butter on the buns and then started to grill those.
Chef Zion's doing more of an Asian flair.
And
Chef
more of a
Melvin,
burnt flair.
Darn it, the heat was too high, and it burnt my buns.
Chefs, 5 minutes remain. 5 minutes remaining.
I can't serve burnt buns.
I'm kind of worried he's not going to get it on the plate.
I'm really worried because my time is running out, and I need to restart.
Chefs, 5 minutes remain. 5 minutes remaining.
The heat was too high, and it burned the buns, so I'm just gonna go grab a saute pan. I put some clarified butter there and put the buns on it.
He just needs to focus right now. He just needs to focus.
It threw me off a lot because I was nervous, but hopefully I can pull this off.
Still 3 minutes left?
I'm feeling really nervous that I played it too soon. Oh my God, it's gonna get cold, it's not gonna snap right. That means the coleslaw gonna get too hot.
Chefs, 2 minutes. 2 minutes remain.
Let's go!
The buns need more time, but I had a start plate, and I have to throw everything on so at least it has all the ingredients: wasabi mayo, nori, bonito flakes, daikon. Holy Shane.
Chef Zion's running out of time.
Come on, let's go.
The dad in me kicked in, and I started cheering him on as well.
Make it happen, Zion. Make it happen.
Get it on the plate, oh my God!
Use your hands, hands, hands.
And at the last second, add my caramelized onions.
There you go. Finish it up, finish it up.
4, 3,
Yeah,
2,
very good.
1.
Oh my gosh, how did I just finish this dish?
Chefs, please bring your plates up to the judges.
If I lose this, it will be because I gave him a room temperature hot dog.
Even though Chef Melvin's plating is really good, I think I can still win this based on creativity.
Chef Zion, please explain your dish.
I made a Japanese hot dog with a wasabi aioli topped with bonito flakes and shredded nori.
Chef Zion, I really like the direction that you're going with this dish. I like the nori with the wasabi aioli and the pickled daikon. The flavors really worked well with one another.
Thank you.
With that being said, the dish needed a lot more finesse. Getting all the components on the hot dog itself is a little on the sloppy side.
I like the idea of doing a Japanese dog. Bonito, nori, wasabi, all the ideas and the combinations of the flavors worked.
Thank you.
You just didn't put the right balancing agents. The wasabi needed a little bit more kick, a touch more richness and fat from the aioli, a little bit less nori. You just didn't put all the flavors together in a perfect combination.
Okay.
Chef Boots, please explain your dish.
I made a basic American hot dog, but a little twist to it. Vinegar-based coleslaw on top of there. Then I made some little kicked up mustard mayo aioli with the little habanero, and also a little piece of bacon on there.
Chef Boots, I love the idea of going with an American classic and putting your touches on it. You had a classic hot dog, you did like slaw with the fennel and the peppers, and I love the idea of bacon. You're adding another element of flavor to it. Bacon itself, I thought it was nice and crispy. I would have cut it up and sprinkled it on, so when you bit it, every bite where you get the bacon, because when I bit it, the bacon kind of just stuck in my mouth. You have long strings of fennel and slaw. I would have cut them a little bit thinner. I would have put a little bit more finesse into your slaw.
Chef Boots, what I liked most about your dish was all the layers that you developed. You know, you had the creaminess from the aioli, you had the nice saltiness from the bacon itself, also the crispiness from the slaw as well. The snap on the hot dog itself was really nice. When you ate everything together, you got all the flavors there, and texturally it worked for me.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, what I was really hoping for when you said a slaw dog was that nice cold coleslaw on top and the nice hot dog. You plated just too soon. In a competition, you gotta make sure you have all your components ready to go, and then the last 2 minutes, just all plating time, so that we get, you know, the nice warmness from the hot dog and the coolness from the slaw itself. I think it would have ate a little bit better as well.
What I knew was going to happen, happened. The coleslaw was the same temperature as the hot dogs, but hopefully the flavors came out and I could still pull out a victory.
Well, chefs, you gave us two bombastic brats. Please give us a moment to discuss.
We both have a chance of winning because he had some flaws, I had some flaws. It's close.
Good luck.
Good luck.
If I win, then I know that I need to keep staying traditional and give the judges what they asked for.
All right, Mike, Alia, who made the best worst?
We've decided that the winner is... And the winner is... Chef Boots. Chef Boots, you gave us a real classic, delicious dog.
Boom, done. got it. I always say, give them what they asked for.
Chef Zion, well, I love the concept of your hot dog. Chef Boots' hot dogs was executed better.
That's just sad because I really wish I won.
Congratulations, Chef. This means that you get to choose an advantage from the menu board for round 2. What's more American than hot dogs, right? They're as American as pie.
Oh, yeah.
You can go sweet or meat, but in the end, nothing is as American as pie.
I absolutely love pie. Pie is very American, but it's only a 45-minute round. A pie needs like 45 minutes to bake on its own.
Judges, any advice?
I love pie. Whether it's nuts, whether it's fruit, whether it's savory, whether it's eggs, but it's really not just about the ingredients. It's a lot more technical than that. So make sure you guys are focused on your techniques when you're making pie.
You know, this is a precise challenge. This is something you just can't wing at the last minute. Make sure that the crust goes well with the filling that you do create as well.
Thank you, judges. All right, Chef Zion, it's time for you to make your choice. Who's gonna represent the prodigies for the next round?
I choose Chef Holden.
Chef Holden.
I chose Chef Holden. I think he can knock this out of the park, even with a disadvantage.
This 15-year-old exemplifies All-American. He's been involved in student government since the 3rd grade.
I love to experiment in the kitchen, try new dishes, bond unique flavors. I'm the perfect pick for this round. I can do bold flavors inside of this simple crust. I can definitely get the prodigies back on track.
Please welcome Chef Holden.
I've seen Chef Holden cook before. He's a smart kid. But, you know, I've been cooking for over 20-something years. So how smart are you?
In this round, the menu items are truly tasteless. Your opponent cannot taste anything during the cook period. Any ingredient or component tasted will be discarded.
That's not good.
Takeaway. Rob your opponent of a key ingredient. Station vacation. Force your opponent to stop working at any point for 5 minutes. Chef Boots, which menu item would you like to choose?
Well, knowing that taste is very important in the kitchen, I'm going truly tasteless.
Truly tasteless.
Oh my God.
This is probably the most difficult disadvantage, and I'm a little scared for this round.
Chefs, you have 45 minutes to present the perfect pie. Your time starts now.
Yeah!
45 minutes, even to bake the pie. Not a tremendous amount of time.
I mean, even if you do a small pie, I mean, it's gotta be 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
This is a round where time management is key.
So true. With pies, you can go savory, you can go sweet, but I love experimenting with different bold flavors, so I'm gonna go savory. For this round, I'm going to make a lamb curry ham pie. The first thing I do is I get a pan on the burner with clarified butter and mustard and cumin seed. That's gonna be the base of my filling. I put in my yellow curry powder, letting it become aromatic so I can smell the flavors. I'm gonna let that toast.
Embrace the disadvantage and make it taste salty.
Truly tasteless is very tough, but if I rely on the scent for most of my seasonings, I'm sure I can leave with an advantage for my team.
Hopefully he can pull it off. I'm sure he can because he's more of a savory guy.
You're saying he's not sweet?
No. Holden's sweet. You, on the other hand.
I haven't made a pie in a while.
I know what I need to do. I just haven't done it in a long time. Just a little out of practice.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do a American apple pie with some cheddar cheese melted on top and a bourbon whipped cream.
We're gonna use regular sugar and brown sugar, a lot of butter. Just let it all marry together, and it's gonna be salty, creamy, buttery, cheesy bourbon.
Chef Holden, how does that curry filling taste?
I wish I could tell you. Lamb is very traditional with Indian food. It accepts the curry very well. My mom used to make curry pot pie, so I know how these flavors will work.
I've actually met Holden's parents, and they emphasize being kind and considerate to others. Holden's been involved in many anti-bullying organizations, and he's been awarded for being an exemplary fellow student.
That's great.
Chef Boots, are you making your own dough?
A little bit of both. I'm gonna use the pre-done dough for the bottom of my pie, and then I'm gonna make a dough for the top.
So it's like a fusion dough?
Yes, sir.
My biggest concern about this round is the dough. So I put aluminum foil in the base of the bottom of the pie shell and some rice just to weigh it down. And I place it in the oven to let it cook.
And then I'm gonna make a nice flaky dough for the top of the pie. So it's just flour, sugar, and salt, and butter.
I'm kneading the butter into the flour till it becomes like granules, like sand.
This was a great challenge. Pie in 45 minutes, I love it. So, I see you're making a slurry right there.
Yes, I am.
You got cornstarch and some broth?
Yes.
And is that gonna tighten this up?
Yes, it will.
Oh, it smells really good.
Well, why don't you try it and tell me how the seasoning is? Can you tell me about, like, the seasoning and stuff?
I'm just a host. I'm not the judge. What is my opinion, really?
Son of a gun.
The actual crust, where does that happen?
Right about now.
Okay, what are you using?
I'm gonna use puff pastry.
Fantastic. Good luck.
Puff pastry is a prepackaged pastry dough. You mostly see it with pot pies. My curry looks ready, so I'm putting it inside of my ham pie, putting the top on, crimping it with a fork, and put it in the oven. It needs at least 10 minutes to fully cook. I'm gonna be cutting it close.
How's it going, Chef Boots?
Doing all right, man.
Now, typically, I know pie crust needs to come together and set for a long time.
Trying to let it rest a little bit. Trying to time it just right now.
Okay, and now what's going on with the pie filling here?
So I want to get it in so it's set, and then, you know, try to cut a slice out of it.
That is ambitious, for sure.
Get it in the oven.
Judge Isabella calling for you to get it in the oven. Good luck, Chef.
Is this dough gonna come out right, you know? All comes down to the bake now.
I can't taste anything. I can't even taste my lamb, so it's very hard to get the correct seasoning. Because of that, I decided to make a cilantro mint chutney, which will increase the flavor of the lamb, even if the seasoning isn't perfect.
Did you mess up on your sauce?
Yep, I added too much oil. The sauce is becoming a flavored oil, so I have to start over again. I just hope I have enough time to pull it off.
It's been in the oven for 5 minutes. There's nothing you can do, leave it alone.
I have my oven at 350 and it's not cooking. So I upped my oven to 400 just so I can really start getting it cooking.
10 minutes left, so I'm gonna give it another 5. See how it looks at 5. Might be right down to the wire though with this one.
So I found out what that whiskey out there is for. It's for our homemade bourbon whipped cream that's gonna accompany the pie.
I'm not mad at that.
Heavy cream, salt, vanilla, powdered sugar. Then I started adding enough bourbon to when I taste it, I can taste the bourbon, but it wasn't like taking a shot of bourbon.
Chef Holden, what are you working on in the blender?
A second version of my sauce. I put everything in the blender and then start emulsifying it with the oil again. It'll do. My second attempt is slightly better, so I'm just gonna have to use that. It could be a risky move, but having something is better than having nothing.
5 minutes. 5 minutes left, Chef.
My dough, it's still not cooking fast enough. I'm running out of time. I still have to plate. I still have to let it set a little bit so I can cut it. Then I still have to melt the cheese on top of it.
It's been in the oven for 16 minutes.
It's still not cooking. I need to come up with something fast. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You don't want to screw up Grandma's pie.
Oh my God, look.
This dough is not cooking. I need to come up with something fast because I'm running out of time. So let's torch it. I tried to fluff it and add some color.
Chefs, there are 2 minutes left.
I pull my pie out of the oven and it looks pretty good if you want a slightly deformed ham pie.
Chef Holden, how are you feeling about your pie?
Not exactly sure yet how I'm feeling about my pie. I just wish I could taste it.
The blowtorch is not enough. It's giving me color, but it's not cooking the dough. The bottom is completely raw. I just have to make sure I plate nice and clean, and hopefully that the flavors will take me over to the next round. But I still have to melt the cheese on top of it.
30 seconds left on the clock. Both chefs working frantically to get their plates completed properly.
Wow, this is intense. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
I know my flavors are right on. but my dough just didn't get done. So I'm pretty nervous.
I'm not confident on the flavors because I couldn't taste anything. I hope it's seasoned well, but not over-seasoned. I'm getting worried at this point.
Chef Holden, please explain your dish.
Here I have created for you a lamb curry hand pie with a cilantro minced chutney.
Chef Holden, the pie dough had this beautiful color to it. It had great flavor from the caramelization that you got on the dough itself. The filling was cooked perfectly. My biggest problem with the dish was the chutney on the side. It was a little bit too oily, and the shaping of the actual pie could have used a little bit of work. But otherwise, your flavors were well balanced and your pie dough was perfect.
Chef Holden, I really enjoyed your pie. I love lamb and curry. I thought it was a great pairing. You had the perfect amount of meat to dough ratio. Your chutney, I don't consider that a chutney, I consider it an oil. Once you start putting in oil, it's just gonna be an oil, it's gonna come like a broken pesto. That's what that was today.
My dish had a few challenges with it. I probably should have just left my sauce off the plate.
Chef Boots, please explain your pie.
I went with the traditional apple pie, cheddar cheese, and a bourbon whipped cream.
Chef Boots, the flavor in your dish was amazing. The saltiness and the almost nuttiness you got from the cheddar cheese. I like the way the apples were cooked. Everything balanced really well. We commend you for trying to make your own dough, but in the time allotted, you should have jumped ship, made a smaller pie or something.
Yep.
Took away from all the beautiful flavors you developed in the dish, having that raw dough.
Chef Boots, your bourbon cream was phenomenal. It was awesome, it was balanced correctly. Altogether, it was a great American classic with your touches on it.
Thank you.
Obviously, the pie dough wasn't fully cooked. Even though you blowtorch it to give it some color, I know and taste it's not really fully there.
You're right.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
They love my flavors, they love my concept, and we knew the same thing. The dough was not cooked all the way. Yeah. But the flavors are good.
Well, chefs, give us a moment to discuss your dishes.
I really hope Chef Boots' raw dough makes up for my oily sauce because we really need that advantage in the next round.
Mike, Alia, who's the winner of round 2?
The winner is... The winner is... Chef Holden.
I win. Yay. I got my team back on the right track. I feel very confident going into the third round.
Chef Holden, your pie crust in this dish was perfect.
Yeah, Chef Boots, it really just came down to your pie crust. It wasn't fully cooked.
This is a bummer. I thought going straight classic that I had this one.
Congratulations, Chef Holden. This means your team gets to choose an item from the menu board heading into the winner-takes-all third and final round, presented and blind tasted by a master chef. Our third round is a trio, meaning you'll have to compose 3 separate dishes.
I thought I was going to go up against 3 of you guys.
Today's master chef is passionate about pasta. He's trained under incredible chefs like David Burke and Paul Bartolotta. He's chef owner of Union and Need & Company Pasta Bar and Market. Please welcome Chef Bruce Kalman.
No way.
Chef Bruce walks in, I gotta give him some nice, clean, chef-quality flavors, because he's gonna be hard to impress.
How we doing, chefs?
He's awesome because he's a James Beard nominee, rising star chef. He's really gonna look for perfect execution.
This is all about America and all about American favorites. One of my favorites wasn't born here, but we made it our own. Pizza.
Pizza!
Pizza? It's Italian, but it sure is American. I am pretty excited.
There's so many different kinds of pizza you can make. The toppings, the dough, the sauce. You can let your creativity go crazy.
Chef Kalman, thank you for your help in presenting round 3. We'll call you back as soon as our chefs have completed their cook.
Good luck.
Chef Holden, which one of your teammates is going to bring it home for the Prodigies in round 3?
I choose Chef Emily. Chef Emily won't give just a plain slice of pizza. She's gonna try something interesting that will blow Chef Bruce away.
This versatile prodigy is a high performer both in and out of the kitchen.
I love making pizza and I love eating pizza. Chef Kalman is known for pizza, pasta. I'm going to do something elevated, crazy, cool. And I think that it's gonna get us the win.
Please welcome Chef Emily.
You got this, Emily.
Yeah.
This is the last round. Whoever wins, wins the day. Go. Gloves are off, let's go.
This round, the menu items are Lifeline. You can ask a judge to provide feedback on one of the components of your dish. You Bet Your Knife. Pick the one knife your opponent will be allowed to use for the whole challenge.
Ooh, yeah.
One-stop shop. Your opponent will only be allowed one trip to the pantry. So, Chef Emily, what will it be?
I have a crazy idea. I honestly want to deny the menu board.
No! Pretty bold move, Emily.
I want this to be a head-to-head competition and see if I'm really an amazing chef.
She wanted to go heads up. Let's just put it on the plate. You gotta respect that.
There will be no menu board in play. You have 1 hour to create a trio of pizza perfection for Chef Kalman. Your time starts now. I would think in an hour, not really enough time to make a proper pizza dough.
It'll be really hard to make a yeast dough in an hour. I think the chefs here are gonna use some of the pre-made doughs or some pre-cooked doughs, and they're gonna use them in a different fashion.
Oh, I love pizza. I bought some red bricks, and I lined them up inside of my oven at home so I can make pizzas in a brick oven.
Some sort of ground meat, butter, heavy cream.
Chef Coleman said, let your creativity go crazy. I am totally listening to that. So the 3 separate pizzas that I'm going to be making are a grilled flatbread pizza with squash, corn, and goat cheese, a deep dish pizza with crescent rolls, leek fondue, and Italian sausage, and a pizza roll filled with like fresh mozzarella and my tomato sauce.
Emily, you working on a sauce?
Yeah, I am. Tomato sauce.
For my first pizza, I'm gonna go with tomato sauce, mozzarella, Italian sausage, traditional American-style pizza, and then do a twist on an Asian-style pizza. And my third would be a dessert pizza. Good pizza sauce takes hours to make. I'm trying to do it in a half an hour. So I add some sugar, some salt, pepper, and some dried oregano just to give it that pizza sauce feel. Let that reduce on there.
This Italian sausage is going in a deep dish pizza, which is gonna have leek fondue. I just go ahead and throw that sausage in a pan with some oil, let it do its thing. I love leeks, and I feel like they're gonna add some really good flavor. I cut those up really small, and I put them in a pan. The heavy cream is going to add that really rich, cheesy thing that you want in a pizza.
You know, Emily has that rage to master that a lot of prodigies have. That's kind of what drives her, is her desire to win and be recognized for that victory.
Well, she put it all on the line today.
I'm gonna make an Asian-style meatball to go on top of my Asian pizza.
With some ginger, a little salt and pepper, a little 5 spice in there. I'm just gonna do regular crust with that, and I'm gonna do it with a peanut sauce.
I make a peanut butter barbecue sauce at my restaurant, and I put it on a nice salty burger. I mean, it's so good. Add some chili flakes to it to give it some heat, and some vinegar. I think it's gonna really go well with the Asian meatball.
Now I'm working on the toppings for my grilled flatbread pizza. I cut corn off of the cob. I dice squash really, really thin. It's gonna be a very fresh pizza.
Chef Boots.
Yes.
What you doing?
Oh, I'm trying to make up a dessert.
A dessert?
I have this crazy idea for a sweet pizza with berries and burrata cheese on a pre-made pizza shell. I mix the berries with some maple syrup, and I grab some pecans and chocolate. Once it's in the oven, the chocolate's gonna melt and ooze everywhere. The cheese is gonna ooze, and it's just gonna all melt together and be beautiful.
Hey, Emily, how's it going?
Hey,
What kind of pizza is going in the cupcake pan here?
this is a deep dish pizza, which I'm doing crescent rolls and leek fondue. Staying in my baking zone, I make cupcakes a ton. For the deep dish pizza, using a cupcake pan, it's small enough to where they will bake a lot faster, but it's got the shape that I need to make, you know, a little pizza shape.
I'm sure it's gonna be great. Good luck.
Thank you.
I am using pre-made dough, and all I have to do is stretch them out, and I'm golden.
Oh my God.
This guy's good. I denied the menu board. Jeez, maybe I shouldn't have denied it.
Chef, I saw some dough flying.
Spent some little time in a little pizzeria, you know.
Really?
I learned a little bit, you know.
I've had some experience tossing some pies. I used to work at a pizzeria, and we used to do the giant ones. I'd have pizza doughs all up my arms, just trying to get it big enough.
What is the purpose of actually tossing it?
The natural weight of the dough, just pulling it and stuff.
So you're actually using like centrifugal force to pull it apart evenly.
Yeah.
So it's not just
exactly
a
it.
show.
No.
Great. I'll let you get back to work. Good luck.
So I put on my traditional pizza, tomato sauce, fresh mozzarella, tomatoes, put the sausage, I sliced some jalapenos and put those over the pizza. Time's running down.
Let me get it in the oven.
I crank my oven up to 500. Let's see what happens.
I choose a pizza dough from the refrigerator for my flatbread. I have to roll it out super duper thin because when you're grilling, you have to be very careful and make sure that the dough's cooked all the way through.
Chef Bruce wants a pizza, and I'm giving him peanut sauce, Asian meatballs, and kimchi. There was no cheese. This is a ballsy move.
Chefs, 25 minutes left.
I take out my traditional pizza, and then I immediately put my Asian pizza inside the oven. I decide I'm gonna fry some wonton. This is gonna add amazing texture to my Asian-style pizza.
Chef Emily is filling her wonton wrappers right now.
Egg roll wrappers.
Tell us what's going in those.
Mozzarella, my fresh spicy tomato sauce. Pecorino, parm. I brush it with a little bit of egg wash and roll it. Now this is a very delicate process because the egg roll wrappers are so thin, they could break at any second. I really want to make sure they're sealed with the egg wash. I throw those in the fryer, it should be just fine.
Chefs, you have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes remain in the third and final round.
I pull my deep dish pizzas out of the oven and they're beautiful golden brown, ready to go.
For my traditional pizza, I was looking for that nice little crunch to make sure my dough was done. I got hit with raw dough in the last round, so I had to make sure that this round, my doughs were cooked.
Chef Bruce is already plating. Chef Emily, she's still grilling her flatbread and frying her egg rolls.
It's got no grill marks. This dough has yeast in it, so it's rising and it's getting all puffy and not flatbready. It's got barely any grill marks.
Plenty of time. Don't rush your plating. Make it pretty.
I have to start plating. Everything needs to come together. I am so in the weeds right now.
Your egg rolls.
I look over and the fryer is bubbling like crazy.
These completely bust open.
The cheese has just gotten everywhere and burst out of the egg roll.
Oh my God.
Oof. Oh boy, that'll ruin your day.
I cannot serve this.
Chefs, 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes for a pizza trio.
I don't even think I have enough time to make another one.
I can't find anything.
This is a disaster.
Oh God.
Chefs, 5 minutes.
These completely bust open.
The cheese has just gotten everywhere and burst out of the egg roll.
Oh my God.
I cannot serve this. I'm restarting an entire component of my dish. I don't think I'm gonna get this done in time.
I'm just having to warm up the berries on my dessert pizza, so I put that on the bottom of the oven.
I really thought that I had this pizza challenge, and if I can't pull off this egg roll, there's no way that we're gonna win.
Oh my God.
She's got a minute left. She only has one component on the plate.
I pull the dessert pizza out to start plating that one. I look over at Chef Emily.
My flatbread isn't cooked all the way through. I'm just gonna cut out the thinnest piece that I can find. Hopefully it'll work.
So I pull out the Asian pizza, added the wonton, and I topped it all off with sriracha. Everyone loves sriracha.
30 seconds left.
My pizza roll is still not golden brown. It's not looking good.
Oh my God. This is the closest thing ever.
You've got 10 seconds. You got this, Emily.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Step away from the dishes.
I'm about to die. My dish is completely elevated, but I think that the execution is a little bit wishy-washy.
Looking at what she made, you wouldn't see pizza. Looking at mine, you knew you had a pizza in front of you.
Chef Emily, what have you prepared for Chef Bruce?
Today I have prepared a pizza roll with spicy tomato sauce, a deep dish pizza with leek fondue and Italian sausage, and a grilled flatbread pizza with vegetables, mint, and goat cheese.
Chef Boots, what did you prepare for Chef Bruce?
The 3 pizzas I prepared were American classic, tomato sauce, mozzarella, Italian sausage. The next one is an Asian pizza, peanut sauce, with Asian meatballs and kimchi.
And a dessert pizza using
Berries and burrata, chocolate and pecan.
Good luck, chef.
Chefs, please welcome back Master Chef Bruce Kalman.
Yeah!
As you know, this is a blind taste test, meaning you have no idea who created which dish. Remember, you're judging the dishes based on creativity, presentation, adherence to the spirit of the challenge, and of course, taste. Chef, please try the dish on your right.
As Chef Kalman's eating, I'm like, do you like this dish, or are you gonna show it? Because you've got like a blank face.
I really liked a lot about this. Definitely thinking outside the box for pizza. The pizza roll was probably my favorite bite. I thought that that was a nice deep dish pizza, really spongy and light. And you know, there was definitely a range of textures and flavors going on here. It was really nice. The biggest issue with this dish is that the flatbread, you can see, is kind of raw in the middle. That's kind of a bummer because the flavors on here were great.
I saw that coming. But it was creative and he knows it. That might pull me through.
Please, try the dish on your left.
Chef Bruce bites into my pizza. He just kept nodding his head. He got it. And I'm like, got him, you know?
To me, I look at this and I see pizza. The flavors of each pizza were fantastic. To have an Asian-style pizza, I was a little skeptical at first, and it was a really nice surprise. The flavors all worked really well together. The spice was perfect on it. The dessert pizza was really well balanced. There wasn't too much of one thing and not enough of anything else. My issue with this, you can see there's kind of caked flour on the bottom of the dough. It kind of ruins it. You know, you're eating it and you taste that starch and the flour. But all in all, you know, this was a great effort and the flavors were fantastic.
Now, before we announce the winner, would the prodigies kindly enter the kitchen?
She wins on creativity and thinking out of the box, but I think I win on flavor.
I want to win this so badly because that means I won without the menu board.
Well, Chef, who's the winner of tonight's Man vs. Child?
My favorite dish was this one.
I'm not surprised I won. I made sure my flavors were clean and basics won.
When I hear pizza, I want a pizza. I think this one would have been way more successful if there was at least one slice of pizza on this.
Just because I didn't win doesn't mean I'm not a good chef. My team is still proud of me, and we all know that we put up a really great fight today, and this is a tough chef.
Thank you so much, Chef Bruce. Chef Boots, congratulations. Prodigies, good luck next time. We'll see you next time on Man vs. Child.
Man, those kids are awesome. They're really talented. I'm excited for our future as chefs. There's gonna be some good food out there in the near future.
These kids are some of the most talented cooking prodigies in the world.
I'm very serious about my cooking career.
Cooking's in our blood.
I don't want to be treated like a kid. I'm a chef.
Tonight, over 3 rounds, these kids will compete against a highly regarded executive chef.
I have 42 years of experience.
These kids should take notes. I'm gonna show them how it's done.
Yeah, I didn't come 3,000 miles to lose to some kid.
With our final round judged by the world's most critically acclaimed master chefs.
Delicious.
In a winner-takes-all blind taste test.
I can't believe that a kid made this dish.
Can raw talent and imagination defeat years of training and decades of experience?
Oh, my heart's racing.
It's the titans of today
I'm not taking a light on them.
against the superstars of tomorrow.
You've never seen kids cook like this before.
Oh my God.
Yes!
This is Man vs. Child Chef Showdown. I'm your host, Adam Gertler, and tonight it's a culinary showdown in 3 rounds. Our first judge is celebrity chef, cookbook author, and owner of the restaurant group Mike Isabella Concepts, Mike Isabella. Our second judge is co-owner of Tarzan E. Jane and private chef to Hollywood's elite, Alia Zane. Today's executive chef was named one of Zagat's 30 Under 30 for his revamp of Best Bistro, and is the new executive chef of Austin's Sage Hill Inn.
To be a chef, it's most important to have passion. I was 22 when I went to school, and 6 years later, I'm an executive chef. I'm confident that I can come out with the win today, but I'm not gonna underestimate these kids. I feel like people have underestimated me in the past, and I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Please welcome Chef Roman Murphy.
Chef Roman's been cooking for 6 years. He's already an executive chef, so he's very impressive.
Chef Roman, welcome to the Man vs. Child Kitchen. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Today, you'll be competing in 3 different challenges against the prodigies. Tonight's prodigies are Chef Emily, Chef Zion, Chef Cloyce, Chef Olivia, Chef Isaiah. Today's challenges are all about something you'll be kind of familiar with, Southwest cuisine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Southwest cuisine is like a mixture of Mexican and American food. It's like a fusion because you can put 2 things together and it'll make really good food.
Prodigies. Who's competing in round 1?
All right. We need to send in a prodigy for round 1 that knows Southwest flavors. Authenticity is very important here. We choose Chef Olivia.
Chef Olivia is really familiar with Southwest cuisine. I think that she's going to be able to implement a bunch of different flavors, and she's going to be amazing.
She's 11 years old and loves marathon cooking days with family.
Chef Roman has a lot of experience with these flavors. He's from Austin, Texas, but my family always makes dishes with Southwestern flavors, so I'm really confident this round.
Please welcome Chef Olivia.
Chef Olivia comes out and she's very sassy, and I think she's ready to go, but I'm not gonna let my guard down. I know she's here to play. I'm also here to play, so the gloves are off.
This round 1 challenge came straight from the desert. Cactus.
Cactus.
Now for this challenge, we want you to take this prickly plant and make it into a mirage-worthy entree.
Yes. Cactus. It's very ooey and gooey inside, and it takes a lot of extra fabricating to get it to a place that has a nice mouthfeel.
Judges, any advice?
What you really want to focus on making cactus the star of the show, not masking any of the flavors.
Don't be afraid of this ingredient. Apply all the modern techniques that you would normally apply to elevate vegetables.
Chefs, the judges will base their decision on creativity, presentation, adherence to the spirit of the challenge, of course, taste. Furthermore, the judges will award the winner of this challenge an advantage from the menu board going into round 2. If you have that advantage, you have a better chance of keeping the advantage heading into the winner-takes-all 3rd and final round, which is presented and blind tasted by a master chef. You have 30 minutes to make a killer cactus concoction. And your time starts now.
Let's go, Olivia! Cactus is really versatile because of how many cooking techniques you can do.
Ali, is there a strong flavor to cactus?
Yeah, it tastes kind of like green beans, asparagus, and okra. Got like this really vegetable flavor like asparagus and green beans mixed together.
I've never worked with cactus, so I'm thinking I know how to build a taco. Now I just have to add the cactus. It's gonna be perfect.
I'm gonna make a shrimp and cactus taco with tomatillo salsa.
The shrimp is a mild flavor, so it's not gonna overpower the cactus. I'm using prickly pear. Right off the bat, I'm gonna put some salt on the cactus so it takes out the moisture and the gooiness. Now that the cactus is in the salt, I can work on the other components of the dish.
For this challenge, I'm gonna do cactus 3 ways and really showcase my skill set and try to intimidate the competition.
Chef Roman, what are you making?
I'm making fried Nepales, charred Nepale puree, and pickled Nepales.
Nepales is just another word for the cactus paddle.
Chef Roman is doing 3 different cactus preparations. That's a lot.
The problem with making more than one dish is if one's bad, it basically takes away from the whole entire dish.
I understand he wants to do all of the different flavors and techniques of cactus, but sometimes it becomes a mistake if you don't put all the flavors together harmoniously. Hopefully there's other flavors to help bring it all together.
So I'll start my pickling liquid for the pickled cactus. Cactus, they have some enzymes that make them a little slimy, so I'm gonna let them sit in the liquid hot, so that way it'll pull some of the slime out. Once these cactus are pickled, I'm gonna toss them with some microgreens to kind of have a little salad.
Right now, I'm peeling the tomatillos, and I'm gonna make a salsa.
I'm going to grill some onions, some tomatoes, and some tomatillos. Once they have a really nice char to them, that's really gonna make a nice salsa.
I have good experience doing fried green tomatoes, and my fried cactus is very much inspired by fried green tomatoes. I'm gonna bread it the same way.
His breading station's a little unique. He mixed flour and milk, tosses no poly in that, and that goes right into breadcrumb. It's like no egg or anything.
Maybe he's using the slime as the adhesive.
Normally I would use egg in my buttermilk mixture to help the coating bind better, but I didn't see them still in the pantry, and I didn't want to waste a lot of time because doing 3 preparations of the cactus is a little ambitious, and I had to get ready to start. So hopefully buttermilk is gonna do as good of a job.
Do you work with cactus a lot?
Maybe like 2 times before.
That's better than no time.
Yeah.
20 minutes. You have 20 minutes left.
Whenever I cook, I like to add some sort of popping spice flavor. So I'm gonna add a jalapeno to give the really good spice. I'm also gonna include some corn, some tomatoes, and some shrimp.
I'm relying on techniques that I've used before, not necessarily with cactus, but with other vegetables. Now I'm gonna see if I can get this chard to poly puree to be exactly what I want.
I'm gonna puree my charred cactus, so I add in some lemon, some olive oil, a little more salt. I give it a taste. It's a little slimy, it's a little sticky, so I add in some buttermilk and avocado.
How does your puree taste?
It tastes like cactus.
That's what it's supposed to taste like.
Okay, Olivia, you got tomatoes charred, you got tomatillos, onions, you got nopales, and then what, you got some
Vanilla cheese.
vanilla cheese. Oh, is that a Mexican cheese?
Yeah.
Awesome. And how are you preparing the shrimp? Are you sauteing them? Are you
Sauteing
grilling them? Yep. So, Olivia, if you had to sum up your cooking style, what do you think your style is?
Classic Mexican, but I also do like Italian food.
My mom's Mexican. We are always cooking in the kitchen at my house together, and we always come up with new things to make, kind of like this dish. So I'm really confident this round.
I'm gonna do some spiced shrimp.
If I'm going southern, I need to add some kind of shrimp, and I think it's gonna really highlight what I'm trying to bring out in this dish.
Hopefully my shrimp will outshine hers and get me the win.
How's it going, Chef?
It's going great.
So talk to me about the shrimp that's going on here.
So I'm just doing like a little bit of a Tex-Mexy dry spice on here, and just a little ancho chili, coriander, a little bit of ground cumin, salt and pepper.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
And now how are the shrimp and the cactus gonna play with each other?
I'm hoping that the acid and crunchy textures that I put with the cactus will just fare really well with the seafood.
Mr. Isabella considers himself like the king of Nepal, so he's gonna be kind of picky. So
that makes my life a little bit tougher.
Good luck on that, man.
Thank you.
I really want to win round 1 because I want to show these kids that I'm here to take the gold. These little guys are in it to win it, but so am I.
15 minutes left.
Now that the salt has sat there and took out all the goo, I'm going to rinse my cactus so the water takes all the goo and the salt off of it. I'm gonna start cooking my filling of the tacos. I get everything in a saute pan. I also add my shrimp so it's cooked really nicely.
She has a lot of flavors. Yeah. I hope she highlights the cactus and that highlights the shrimp.
But once this cactus gets in there, it's gonna make my tacos shine.
10 minutes. 10 minutes left.
I put my fried green cactus in the fryer. I'm looking for a nice, real hard, crunchy texture, but without the egg, I'm kind of worried that the buttermilk won't be enough.
There's no egg in the batter. It's just all panko breadcrumb. And I'm curious to see if the breading will hold well enough.
I really need this breading to stay on, so wishing for the best right here. This could be really bad for me. I can't lose to these kids. I wouldn't be able to live back home.
Five minutes, chefs. You only have 5 minutes left.
When I pull the cactus out of the fryer, they look pretty good, but I'm worried that the breading will fall apart. I don't have time to fix this. I have so many uses of cactus on this dish. I really need to get my puree and my pickled salad on the plate.
Now my ingredients are charred. I'm ready to make my tomatillo salsa. I get everything in the blender, and that's really gonna bring out the bold, bright flavor.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes remain.
Time's running out. I have to get these shrimp in my pan. Hopefully these shrimp will be done and be perfect right in time for me to plate.
I put my filling in the tortilla, and I have to put a lot of cactus because that's the main part of it.
15 seconds.
Let's go, Olivia.
Go, Chef Olivia!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the plates.
I'm kind of worried because I feel like I didn't put enough cactus in my taco. If the cactus isn't the star, I lose.
Even though there's so many different preparations of cactus on here, I think when they're all eaten together, they're gonna work really cohesively.
Chef Olivia, please explain your dish.
Here, prepared for you a shrimp and cactus taco with tomatillo salsa and panela cheese.
Chef Olivia, I enjoyed your taco today. I like how you made the cactus the star of the taco. I like the flavors of the corn and the tomatoes together. Overall, the taco came together. I know you added shrimp in there. I don't think you really needed it. I thought you built up a lot of flavor with the vegetables. Overall, I thought it was a really good taco.
Okay.
Chef Olivia, I liked the dish a lot. I thought that all the flavors worked very well with each other. The cactus was really lovely. It was perfectly acidic, had a nice texture to it. It wasn't too overcooked, but it still had a little bit of a slight bite to it, which I really enjoyed. To help balance all those beautiful flavors that you created, it would be nice to have a little bit more of the crema and a little bit more of the cheese. And I thought if you had incorporated more of that, it would have been very, very lovely.
Chef Mike says the cactus is a star of my dish. Oh, thank gosh.
Chef Roman, please explain your dish.
Today I prepared for you a play on fried green tomatoes with the Nepales, 3 ways: a charred Nepali puree, pickled Nepales for some acid, and the others for texture with some coriander crusted shrimp and goat cheese.
Chef Roman, I like the play that you did on the fried green tomatoes. I thought that worked really well. The shrimp had great flavor. I also liked that you created a really bright puree out of the Nepali itself to kind of help balance out the richness of having a fried element on the dish. Though you did a lot of things on the plate and each individual component was executed well, I think that there was a problem with bringing everything together. It was a bunch of little things that were good, but you could have played with the plating or maybe incorporated the pickled Nepales into the goat cheese and made like a creamy element, because eating it, it was just, you have a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and each thing tasted good, but it was hard to, bring everything together.
Chef Roman, I really liked the presentation of that dish. It was nice and clean. You built a lot of flavor up in your shrimp with that nice spice rub. I liked the little take on the fried green tomatoes, and you made it very fun and exciting.
Thank you.
Some of the issues I had with the dish is, one, the breading. I didn't see you put any egg on it, and every time I cut into that green tomato Nepali, the breading would fall off. I definitely think you need to have some more cohesiveness in here. You highlighted the ingredient in separate entities. It needs to be thought out a little bit more to bring it all together.
The judges tell me that they really like all my components, that they're all executed nicely, but then they tell me that the dish isn't cohesive. I disagree. If all the elements are executed perfectly and they all make sense together, they should be cohesive.
Well, chefs, you gave us some creative cactus dishes. Please give us a moment to discuss.
We need that menu board next round because Chef Roman is all about Southwestern flavors and he does a lot. This guy's ambitious.
So I think with my dish, I highlighted cactus more than Chef Olivia, so I think I got this one in the bag.
All right, Mike, Alia, who's the winner of round 1?
We've decided that the winner is Chef Olivia. Chef Olivia, your taco was very cohesive and it really represented the true flavors of a Nepali.
I am super proud that I got a win for the Prodigies, but Chef Roman has so much technique, he could easily win. We're gonna have to work extremely hard to beat him.
Chef Roman, your cactus was spot on, but if it was a little bit more cohesive, it could have been a different story.
Okay. Now that I've seen these kids are here to really win, I'm gonna bring the best flavors I can. There's 2 more rounds to win, and I'm not down for the count.
Chef Olivia, congratulations. This means that the Prodigies get to choose an advantage from the menu board for round 2. Let's get things wrapped up, shall we? Our round 2 theme is burritos.
Oh, I love a good burrito.
Burrito is all kinds of deliciousness, nicely wrapped up. All it's missing is the bow. For this challenge, we want you to make your original version of a burrito. Judges, any advice?
Think about flavor development, bite, and texture of the burrito. Be careful not to do the bachelor burrito, throwing everything in but the kitchen sink. Everything needs to be balanced and it has to have purpose inside of it.
Burritos itself are a fusion food, so don't be afraid to incorporate different flavors, but make sure as a whole it's all cohesive in the end.
Thank you, judges. Okay, Olivia, it's time for you to make your choice.
I choose Chef Zion.
Chef Zion.
I picked Chef Zion for this round because he loves burritos. I think that he's really gonna be creative with it. Chef Zion can do this.
This 10-year-old loves video games, Segway races, and challenging all comers, especially his mom, to pie-making contests.
I think that I have the capability of beating Chef Roman because I'm going in with an advantage. When I cook, I like to experiment with different flavors, and I know that I will knock out a killer burrito.
Please welcome Chef Zion. Welcome to the kitchen, Chef Zion.
Welcome.
And I look over and I'm like, who's this crazy little kid? What is he gonna pull out of his hat? I don't know. He could be a really fierce competitor. He could have all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. I better not take him too lightly.
The second round, the menu items are: takeaway, rob your opponent of a key ingredient. Lifeline, you can ask a judge to provide feedback on one of the components of your dish. One-stop shop, your opponent will only be allowed one trip to the pantry. Zion, which advantage would you like to choose?
I would like to choose one-stop shop.
One-stop shop, your opponent will only be allowed one trip to the pantry.
And I'm thinking, oh God, this is gonna be a lot harder than I thought. When I get to the pantry, I'm gonna have to spend as much time as possible thinking out every scenario and really make this shop count.
All right, chefs, there you have it. You have 45 minutes to rock and roll a perfect burrito, and your time starts now.
Okay, let's see, what am I gonna need? What am I gonna need?
Think it through, Chef Roman.
The one-stop shop is a huge disadvantage for me. I have a lot of ideas, so I'm just gonna grab the ingredients I need for multiple different ideas and pick the one that I'm most confident in.
When I cook, I might go a little out of the box. I want to do something that you don't really see at restaurants that's creative.
Chef Zion, what are you doing? Squeezing lime for marinade.
What kind of protein are you gonna use in your burrito?
Mahi-mahi.
Who likes mahi-mahi? Yeah, it's pretty much unanimous.
I'm going to make a mahi-mahi burrito topped with red curry sauce and cabbage slaw.
Steak, chicken.
The executive chef's really taking his time. 5 minutes are gone in the competition. He's still shopping out the pantry.
So I have 39 minutes left. I'm hoping it's gonna be enough time to get everything started for this burrito.
All right, Chef Roman, you've completed your one-stop shop. You may no longer go back to the pantry.
Hopefully I won't need to.
Even though in Texas I have a lot more experience with a traditional burrito, I really love to play with Asian foods. I can draw inspiration from there.
I'm gonna try to do a banh mi style burrito.
Banh mi being a sandwich in Vietnamese cuisine, typically utilizing pickled carrot, usually has lots of cilantro, jalapenos.
I'm gonna go with a banh mi inspired burrito, and it's gonna feature fermented chili paste, braised chicken, a little bit of rice, and kimchi.
If that's executed properly, that could be really good.
Are you making a gumbo burrito?
No, that's my dog's name though.
I'm going to marinate my mahi-mahi with ginger, cilantro, Thai chilies, lime juice, and I put the mahi-mahi in the vacuum seal. It helps infuse all those flavors into the fish, so I leave it there for 15 minutes until I have to cook my mahi-mahi.
So I plan on braising the chicken in a little bit of togarashi spice and gochujang. Togarashi is great. It has a little bit of orange zest, a little bit of dried chili. I love it in my ramen, so I'm thinking this is gonna be perfect. The gochujang is fermented chili paste that will add a little bit more spice. I also add a little bit of stock, so that way I can really braise the chicken and impart as much flavor into it as possible.
I'm going to make a jasmine coconut rice. The cream of the rice is gonna help balance the spiciness of the red curry sauce.
It's always fun watching Chef Zion cook. You know, he works his own way, but it always ends up being a home run at the end.
Chefs, you have 20 minutes left.
Oh, my gosh.
Very interesting. He's very much in his own world. But, you know, a lot of times those are the most creative people.
When I cook, I live on my own planet, Planet Zion. I'm like a magical lion. It's amazing.
He is starting on some sort of slaw to go inside of his burrito.
When I make my cabbage slaw, I shave my carrot on the box grater. Then I cut my cabbage on the mandolin, and then cilantro, onions, and then I mix it all together with salt and add the sweet chili sauce.
I'm getting ready to start my rice. I'm gonna keep it very simple. Just some garlic, some chicken stock, some salt. I need this to help be another texture in my burrito. I used to make a lot of sushi rice, and it would always come out perfect. And I think it's gonna help make this burrito really shine.
Mahi-mahi is a mild fish. That's why I'm gonna use the red curry to give it a spicy flavor. Cooking it down. Then I use coconut cream, and then I let that reduce. And then I start whisking it together slowly and slowly. Whisk and whisk and whisk and whisk.
Now I'm gonna see if I can get my kimchi aioli made.
Kimchi is fermented cabbage. I put it in the blender with some eggs, some garlic. So even though this burrito is gonna be Banh Mi inspired, I'm using Korean ingredients because they're flavor profiles that I really like and are gonna really shine in this burrito.
All right, Zion, how's it going? How's that rice doing for you?
I'm gonna add my coconut milk.
Oh, so this is gonna be a coconut rice.
Yes.
So Zion, what are the flavors that you're drawing? Is there like a specific country or something that we're kind of tapping into?
Thailand.
What do you think is the most important part of a burrito?
Balance.
I think I'm learning how to speak Zion. You definitely have your own sort of language.
Yes, I've been told.
Okay.
You're so strange.
I'm gonna step away. Wish you luck. Chef Roman, what's the inspiration for this burrito?
Me and my buddies, after we get done working out, we'll go to this wonderful little Asian cafe that has amazing banh mi's. And
So after you hit the gym, you go grab some banh mi's.
Yeah, that's
Sounds like you work out like I do. You basically train to eat.
Exactly.
Excellent. Can't wait to see what happens. Good luck.
Thank you.
With both of us having Asian burritos, it's gonna come down to who's got the boldest flavors. And I'm pretty confident that I do.
We have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes till burrito time.
My fish is marinated. So I put my fish on the grill.
Chef Zion seems to be falling behind maybe a little bit.
Time's going fast, but Zion's going slow.
Chef Zion doesn't have that pep in his step that we really need in a competition.
Oh my God. Chef Zion, you need to hurry.
What is he doing?
Stay focused, Zion. We're all counting on you.
What are you looking for?
Tong.
They're in your
They're
drawer.
in your drawer. Come on, run.
I don't know if he can finish.
Chef, 5 minutes.
Chef Zion, you need to hurry. Oh my God.
I got time.
I think sometimes the jury box might get too annoying. I need to focus so it blocks out all the negative energy.
Oh my God, he's gonna drop the fish.
All right, we're at 2 minutes. It's burrito assembly time.
Now that my chicken is ready, I'm gonna slice it nice and small so that way I can make a tight roll of my burrito. I choose this tomato tortilla because it's gonna help bring out the fermented chili. I have these great bold flavors, but if I put too much, it's gonna make this burrito soggy and it's gonna fall apart. Hopefully it's gonna work.
My Zion, you got that!
You got this, Zion!
Football Sunday.
The burrito's supposed to look like a football.
Football Sunday, football Sunday, football Sunday.
So while I'm wrapping it, I keep on saying football Sunday.
Football Sunday. Football Sunday.
30 seconds.
Come on, Zion!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the tortillas.
I have more finesse with my burrito. I have it cut on a nice bias, makes it easy to eat. His burrito just looks like a lumpy burrito on a plate.
My burrito looks perfect. It looks like a football. It's tight, and I think I'm gonna win this.
Chef Zion, what'd you prepare for us today?
I prepared for you a mahi-mahi burrito with a red curry sauce topped with a cabbage slaw.
So are we supposed to pour the sauce on the burrito?
It's just extra sauce because there's already sauce in it. You can drizzle some lime on it and it makes it taste good.
The lime makes it taste good.
Even better than it already is. I just can't get over the fact that you're wearing a suit without a tie.
Zion, you're making me feel bad about my fashion choices.
One day, you should wear a red t-shirt, gold shiny pants, and wear a necklace that says Adam on it.
Well, if this cooking thing doesn't work out, I think I know what you're gonna be doing.
Chef Zion, I definitely enjoyed the creativity that you put into the dish. It was a very unique flavor I've never had. The thing that brought it all together was the lime. When you told me to squeeze the lime on top, everything came together. But it had a lot of coconut rice and slaw, and certain bites, it overtook the fish. So work on the ratios of your burrito so the fish is a star in every bite.
Chef Zion, my favorite thing about this dish was the flavor. I love the curry. The coconut rice was beautiful. I liked the creamy element that it added to the dish. And again, the lime, I think that was a crucial point to tie in all those flavors that you had going.
Thank you.
The cuts on the vegetables in the slaw needed a little bit of work because the slaw got a little lost in the burrito.
The judges say that I needed more finesse. I'm kind of nervous because I think I might lose.
Chef Roman, what did you prepare for us today?
So today I prepared for you a banh mi-inspired burrito with fermented chili braised chicken breast and a kimchi aioli and rice.
Chef Roman, you had a lot of finesse in your burrito. It was very easy to eat. There's nice uniformity. You can kind of get all the elements in one bite. The flavors were there, they just weren't as flavorful as they should be. So just add more of the kimchi aioli that you made. Add more of the gochujang reduction that you did the chicken in. If you had more of those flavors, it would have been a really amazing burrito.
Chef Roman, I thought you had perfect balance of protein, the garnish with the rice. Overall, I thought it was a really good burrito.
Thank you.
You told me it was a banh mi-inspired burrito. It didn't remind me of a banh mi at all. When you have a banh mi, you have cucumber, lots of herbaceous cilantro. It reminded me of a good chicken burrito. Next time you tell me your dish, just tell me the ingredients in it.
Okay.
I'm thinking, well, no, duh, it's banh mi inspired, not exactly a banh mi.
Well, chefs, please give us a moment to discuss.
I think we have this one.
I sure hope so.
When I hear what they say about Chef Roman's, how it's not flavorful, I think my chances are still up high and that I might win this.
I'm feeling like it's a real 50-50 chance here, but I really need to win this round. I can't afford another disadvantage.
All right, Mike, Alia, who's the winner of round 2?
We've decided that the winner is Chef Zion.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chef Zion, your burrito just really brought it home with the flavor, and it was really delicious.
That is awesome. I just got mad respect.
Oh no, I lost again. This can't be good. There's still one more to go. I just gotta get past this disadvantage they're gonna throw my way, and I can still take the win.
Congratulations. This means that the prodigies get to choose an advantage from the menu board going into the third and final winner-takes-all round, presented and blind tasted by a master chef. As usual, our third round is a trio, meaning you'll have to compose 3 dishes. Today's master chef's passion for food began at the ripe old age of 5. He went on to create a culinary empire consisting of La Gloria, Fruteria Botanero, and El Machito. He's also been named #1 of the top 5 Latino chefs in the nation. Please welcome San Antonio's brightest star, Johnny Hernandez.
Chef Johnny knows the Southwestern flavors. He's gonna be really tough to wow.
So I heard today was all about Southwestern cuisine. You have 2 cultures, Mexican and the Texas culture merging on each other. Texas is a great combination of beef, wild game, and coastal cuisine. And then Mexican cuisine has a history that runs deep, as does its flavor. So I think a Tex-Mex trio would be ideal for this challenge.
Tex-Mex is a part of my childhood. Growing up with traditional Mexican flavors, I think I'm gonna be able to mop the floor with these guys.
Chef Johnny, thank you so much for your help in presenting round 3. We will call you back just as soon as our chefs have completed their cook.
Good luck.
Zion, it's time now for the big question. Which one of your teammates is going to bring it home with an advantage for the prodigies in round 3?
I'd like to pick Chef Cloyce.
Chef Cloyce is very focused. He'll know the flavors, and he will bring Chef Roman down.
He loves vacations, beach volleyball, and most of all, conquering culinary techniques.
I have a great knowledge of Tex-Mex flavors. I know that I'll be able to execute this challenge well. Chef Roman is gonna bring great talent, great execution. So I need to make sure that I put forth the best product that I can.
Please welcome Chef Cloyce.
Nice to meet you.
Too. I really feel a maturity that the other 2 competitors didn't have, and I know he's really here to take me down. I'm gonna have to bring my A game for sure.
This round, the menu items are prime time. Take 10 minutes off your opponent's cook time. Cold-blooded. Force your opponent to use frozen ingredients in their dish. Mise en place. Have your opponent prepare a set of mise en place tasks to judge Mike Isabella's satisfaction for your own use.
I choose Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. Force your opponent to use frozen ingredients in their dish. Chef Roman, I still have burritos on the brain, so in the next round, I'm gonna give you a frozen burrito that you have to incorporate into your dish.
I only use fresh ingredients. I really have no idea what I'm gonna do with this burrito.
It all comes down to this. You will have 1 hour to prepare a trio of Tex-Mex delights. Your time starts now!
When I was young, I took a trip to Cancun, Mexico, and I was really fascinated by all of the flavors that Mexico had to offer. Having this knowledge is really gonna bring a level of authenticity to my trio. I'm going to be making a corn chip pie with a spicy chili, a braised pork shoulder puffy taco with fresh guacamole and pickled red onion, and for my final dish, queso with crispy tortilla chips.
My first dish is gonna be a shrimp ceviche with house-made chips. My second dish is gonna be a picadillo taco with avocado and jack cheese. And then I'm gonna go for the really strong flavors with a green chili chicken pozole.
And now I'm gonna try to defrost these burritos so that way I can use the filling.
How are you incorporating the burrito?
I'm gonna incorporate the burrito in my picadillo. Hopefully it doesn't taste too terrible.
I have to use a frozen burrito in my trio, and I'm kind of worried, but I am here to win.
Oh, he's using a pressure cooker.
Pork shoulder is a tougher meat, and with only an hour, pressure cooking is the best way to go. I seasoned my pork shoulder with dark chili powder, coriander, and cumin. In my pressure cooker, I'm adding large diced onion, 2 chipotles in their adobo sauce. I'm also adding dark beer. The braised pork shoulder needs to be fall apart. It's gotta have lots of flavor because this is the most crucial element of the entire taco.
So I'm gonna do a play on green chili chicken by doing a green chili pozole.
Pozole is traditionally like a Mexican-style soup. I'm gonna twist it a little bit and go with the tomatillo broth. I need to get my tomatillos, onions, jalapenos, garlic all in a pot and get them to simmer. I'm using chicken thigh with my pozole because of the nice, rich flavors it brings, and I'm gonna put them with my vegetables to hopefully infuse that.
I'm starting on my pickled red onion for my puffy taco. I'm combining equal parts apple cider vinegar and sugar. I bring that up to a boil to make sure that I'm infusing lots of flavor. This is either gonna make or break the dish.
The frozen burritos coming into play. What kind of burritos did you choose?
Beef and bean. I'm gonna do it picadillo as a taco, so you're still gonna kind of get what this originally was, just hopefully better.
Picadillo is a classic Latin dish that has potatoes and onions, ground beef. It's very much a peasant food that I grew up eating, and I love it. As I'm mixing this frozen burrito in, I'm really hoping that the fresh ground beef and all the spices are gonna mask that flavor.
Hey, Chef Cloyce, what's in that pan?
Chorizo and ground beef.
Chef Cloyce is using Mexican chorizo, and it's a lot softer and sort of breaks up like the consistency of ground beef.
A corn chip pie is basically just chips and chili, but I'm adding chorizo because I think it's gonna add another dimension of flavor and a nice spiciness.
And that's a real Texas chili, too, that doesn't involve beans. Cloyce, beans or no beans in your chili?
No beans.
You know that beans are good for your heart, Cloyce. The more you eat.
I'm not finishing that sentence.
The more you eat, the more you fart.
What? Have him escorted out of this room. That is enough.
Right now I'm working on the marinade for my ceviche. So I'll do a little bit of lemon, a little orange, a little lime.
So I'm getting ready to start my ceviche. I'm gonna use jalapenos, tomatoes, onions, shrimp because they really highlight the Mexican aspect of Tex-Mex.
So now I have my shrimp in there marinating. It's gonna go straight to a plate with it.
All right, Cloyce, how's it going, man?
Pretty good. How's it going with you, Adam?
Is the masa dough, is that for the puffy taco?
Masa's for the puffy taco.
What did you just add to the chili?
That's habanero.
Wow, you added a good amount of habanero to that. Good for you. You got 24 minutes. How you feeling?
If it all gets on the plate, then I'm feeling good.
Good luck.
I still have quite a few components that need to be finished. Chef Zion did a great job giving me the advantage. I need to bring it home for him and the rest of the prodigies.
All right, Chef Roman Holiday, how's it going?
It's going great.
What's in here?
And in there I have my picadillo.
I can't say that I detect any frozen burrito here.
That's what I'm looking for.
Chef Roman.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Queso screams Tex-Mex.
Queso is a cheese dip. And for my queso, I'm going to be using serrano and jalapeno. Then I'm gonna be adding flour to help make the entire queso thick. Then I slowly add milk, pepper jack cheese, and cheddar. Anybody can just melt some cheese, but building up all these flavors is what's gonna turn it into a queso sauce.
Pozole looks ready, my chicken looks tender. By pureeing the vegetables in my pozole, I'm trying to get a thicker broth instead of a thin one. Hominy is the main ingredient in pozole, and it's kind of like a soft version of popcorn. It's gonna heat through, it's gonna keep its texture, and it's gonna be perfect.
For my corn chip pie, I put my corn chips down into a cast iron skillet, top with chili, add some cheddar cheese, and I throw that into the oven. I take my pork shoulder out. It's perfectly tender. I'm super happy with the result, and I hope the puffy taco tastes great.
This is a tortilla press. It's gonna press out the masa, then I'm gonna deep fry for my puffy taco.
He has 9 minutes left. He better hurry up.
It's gotta be perfect.
To make my puffy taco shell, I put masa into the deep fryer, and I start to form it. I need to make sure that it forms into the shape of a taco.
Oh, come on.
The masa broke. This is not good.
You have 3 minutes!
If I don't execute this puffy taco well, my entire dish is ruined.
2 minutes. Start plating.
You hear that, Clay? Start plating!
If this masa doesn't work, it's game over.
Come on.
I just took the puffy taco out of the fryer. I need to plate this taco.
1 minute.
1 minute! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We're down to the final minute, and I'm not stressing out about plating. Everything is on point. I hope these kids are ready for a challenge because they're going down.
My God, my hand is burning.
Looks good.
Oh, don't fall.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the plates.
Wow, that was close. But everything about this dish comes straight out of San Antonio.
That brought strong flavors, strong techniques. I think all these are winning dishes. And then I get a little bit worried because I'm thinking, oh man, Chef Cloyce's dishes actually look pretty good. I really feel like this is gonna come down to who brought the strongest flavors and really nailed the most techniques.
Chef Cloyce, what have you prepared for Chef Johnny?
Today I prepared a corn chip pie with chili, topped with Mexican crema and green onions. We have a braised pork shoulder taco in a puffy taco shell with guacamole and pickled red onion. And then we have queso with crispy tortilla chips.
Thank you, Chef.
Chef Roman, what did you prepare for Chef Johnny?
Today I prepared a shrimp ceviche with handmade chips, a picadillo taco, and a green chili chicken pozole.
Thank you, Chef. Good luck.
Chefs, please welcome back our round 3 master chef, Johnny Hernandez. Chef Johnny, welcome back to the Man vs. Child kitchen.
Thank you.
So this is a blind taste test, meaning you have no idea who prepared which dish. Now remember, you're gonna judge the dishes based on creativity, presentation, adherence to the spirit of the challenge, and of course, taste.
Wow.
Chef, please try the dish on your right.
I really want Chef Johnny to understand how much work I put into this trio. Put my entire heart onto that plate. When he was eating my dish, he seems to really enjoy my corn chip pie. I think we might have this one in the bag.
Certainly this composition speaks to Tex-Mex and Southwest in even some earlier stages. I love the creativity of this first pie here with the corn chips. The flavors of the chili is spot on. I think the puffy taco filling was excellent. I love the pickled onions that were in there, very refreshing. But also I think the way this meal was presented, I would like to possibly seen something a little more creative done with the queso itself, really to bring this meal together.
My queso wasn't out of the box. I didn't want to elevate it too much because I wanted to keep it traditional. It was a good queso. That was a good queso.
Chef, please try the dish on your left.
I'm hoping that Chef Johnny will realize the traditional Mexican flavors that I brought and put my own spin on to make them a little more Tex-Mex. The moment I see Chef Johnny take a bite of my picadillo taco with the frozen burrito, I can see on his face that he clearly enjoys it.
So this dish on my left, I felt that starting off with a ceviche was appropriate, really kind of prepares the palate. It's light, it was well done, it was balanced. The taco itself, the picadillo, certainly a staple of Southwest and Mexican cooking. Garnishing texture, balanced well. And then here, the pozole on the left, a little more progressive, maybe leaning a little more toward authenticity. But also on this meal here, I think one thing that really stood out was the taco. I was expecting a little more wow on the filling itself. And then on the pozole, I felt that some of the depth of flavor that's in a pozole wasn't in the dish. It would have been nice to have some of the dry spices or the chilies, the garnishes that are served with a pozole.
The criticisms that Chef Johnny gives me about my pozole and my picadillo taco, I agree. But I'm so relieved that Chef Johnny had no idea that I had to use a frozen burrito.
Thank you, Chef. Now, before we announce the winner of tonight's Man vs. Child Chef Showdown, prodigies, please join us in the kitchen. Chef Johnny, who is the winner of tonight's Man vs. Child Chef Showdown?
Both chefs really stood up to the challenge. That being said, this is my favorite dish.
As soon as Chef Johnny announces that I'm the winner, I don't even know what to say. I can't believe it. After the first two losses, I kind of felt a little bit down, but I also felt motivated to try even harder. Taking this win in the final round has been great. It's been a long day.
Chef Johnny, what drew you to this dish?
Well, I think depth of flavors, complexity. This was more challenging to do within the time frame by far, I would believe.
Were you at all surprised when you find out who made which dish?
I would hire both of them in a heartbeat because there's a lot of love and soul that's at this one too. So it's something to be proud of for sure.
Today it just didn't go my way. Chef Roman kept giving it his best, and that level of love and passion for the food is what brought him to the win.
Thank you very much, Chef Johnny.
Muchas gracias.
Chef Roman, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time on Man vs. Child Chef Showdown.
It was a great experience to go up against the culinary youth of tomorrow. There's a lot of strong talent that's going to be coming our way.
These kids are some of the most talented cooking prodigies in the world.
I'm very serious about my cooking career.
Cooking's in our blood.
I don't want to be treated like a kid. I'm a chef.
Tonight, over 3 rounds, these kids will compete against a highly regarded executive chef.
I have 42 years of experience.
These kids should take notes. I'm gonna show them how it's done.
I didn't come 3,000 miles to lose some kid.
With our final round judged by the world's most critically acclaimed master chefs.
Delicious.
In a winner-takes-all blind taste test.
I can't believe that a kid made this dish.
Can raw talent and imagination defeat years of training and decades of experience?
Oh, my heart's racing.
It's the titans of today
I'm not taking a light on them.
against the superstars of tomorrow.
You've never seen kids cook like this before.
Oh my God.
Yes.
This is Man vs. Child Chef Showdown.
I'm your host, Adam Gertler, and tonight it's a culinary showdown in 3 rounds. Joining me is celebrity chef, cookbook author, and owner of the restaurant group Mike Isabella Concepts, Chef Mike Isabella. And co-owner of Tarzan E. Jane and private chef to Hollywood's elite, Miss Alia Zane. Tonight's competitor made executive chef at 22. He's been on both the Forbes and Zagat's 30 Under 30 lists. But his Latin flavor finds its way into everything he cooks.
I've been an executive chef since the age of 22, so that's made me the youngest executive chef in New York City. La Marina restaurant has become a huge hotspot in the summer. These kids don't stand a chance. I didn't come 3,000 miles to lose and go home and say I lost to some kid.
Please welcome Chef Kelvin Fernandez.
Holy cow! Chef Kelvin reached an executive level chef at a very young age. Talk about pressures. All of us really want to own our own restaurant someday, so we better get moving.
Welcome to the Man vs. Child kitchen, Chef Kelvin.
I'm happy to be here.
You'll be competing in 3 different challenges against the prodigies. Today's prodigies are Chef Isaiah, Chef Emily, Chef Cloyce, Chef Esty, and Chef Zion. Today's challenges are all based on themes found in Southern life and cuisine. We're talking about good old-fashioned Southern comfort.
I'm always in the mood for cornbread and ribs, and I make amazing mac and cheese, so it's like right up my alley. I'm comfortable.
Now, before things go south, let's find out who's competing in round 1. Prodigies.
Chef Kelvin is crazy good, so we need somebody who knows Southern comfort food and can take a traditional dish and elevate it to competition status.
We choose Chef Esty.
Chef Esty. She's in a real robot phase right now. Enter the kitchen.
Chef Esty loves things like fried chicken and rich gravies. She's really going to be great for this round.
This prodigy's love of French flavors is matched only by her robust appetite, and she's got a taste for a win today.
Of course, Chef Esty gets picked today. I go to a lot of southern restaurants, and I know the flavor very well, so with me in this round, things are going south for Chef Calvin.
Please welcome Chef Esty.
She's like 3 foot. It's cute to be next to her. But come on, I'm 30 years old. I know I'm gonna win this round.
When I think of the Deep South, I think of a culinary staple that makes me go hog wild. I'm just aching to taste some bacon.
Bacon! I knew it. Yeah. You said bacon.
This culinary staple is the undisputed heavyweight of flavor. Today, we want you to create us an appetizer that will send us to hog heaven.
Bacon makes everything better. This challenge is amazing.
Judges, any advice?
Bacon complements pretty much anything you can do. Make sure you choose a dish that's gonna highlight the bacon and not have the bacon overwhelm the dish.
In this challenge, you're not limited to just the traditional sliced bacon. You know, we have pork belly, we have guanciale, we have pancetta. So choose a bacon that's gonna complement the dish that you're doing and have the right texture and also the right flavors.
Chefs, the judges will base their decision on creativity, presentation, adherence to the spirit of the challenge, and of course, taste. Furthermore, the judges will award the winner of this challenge with an advantage from the menu board for the next round. That whoever has the advantage has a better chance of keeping the advantage heading into the winner-takes-all third and final round, presented and blind tasted by a master chef. Chefs, you have 30 minutes to create a beautiful bacon appetizer. And your time starts now.
Let's go, Esty!
The first thing I do is I run up to the stand and grab all the bacon.
Just take some bacon, why don't you, Esty?
I'm leaning to something kind of like a pig in a blanket. For this round, I'm making bacon-wrapped steak with a piquillo pepper sauce. Like a pig is the blanket and the date is the pig. It's date wrapped in pig, basically.
Right away, I want to challenge myself. So I want to try to do something that's usually impossible in 30 minutes, and that's cook risotto. I'm gonna try to do a take on a risotto mac and cheese. I'm making a bacon risotto with a guanciale crumble. Guanciale is an Italian cured pork job. So the first thing I do, pick 2 pans, start cooking the bacon in one, start toasting my rice in the other, and then I add my rice to my bacon and onions.
Chef Calvin's attempting risotto in 22.
We're gonna win.
If he can pull it off, that would be great. But since it's not possible,
Risotto takes 35 to 40 minutes to cook properly. If this guy can pull off risotto in 30 minutes, he's a wizard.
Want to be able to toast it, get all the flavor. Traditionally, risotto takes a long time to cook. So by covering it, it's gonna help cook and steam the rice as well.
I've never seen that before.
What, covering the risotto?
Yeah.
You don't need to.
I know, but have you seen that before?
No.
I'm gonna prep my dates. Prep them up so they look nice and fancy. I take out the seeds, seedless dates, ready to be stuffed. So I decided to make 8 andouja and petite basse stuffing. Andouja is basically like spreadable salami with a little extra bit of kick. I might call it salami baby food. The filling's gonna add extra bacon flavor, and I add the petite basse. Petite basse is sheep's milk cheese. And then get my hands dirty and mush it in. Mush, 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 mush.
A little bit of white wine. I'm adding the wine, letting the wine reduce, then I'm adding my stock, and it's reduced down until the rice is nice and creamy. Right now, I'm just gonna start crisping up my guanciale. That's gonna be like hopefully to the texture of a nice little chip that we're gonna top our risotto with. Guanciale gets crispy right away, which is what I'm looking for, and then I'm gonna finally chop it, and that's gonna go right on top of my risotto.
After I fill the dates, I slice the bacon, wrap it around, skewer it, and stick them in the oven. The goal is to have nice crispy bacon. I never made bacon wrap dates before, but I think they'll take about 20 minutes.
Just want to make sure that the flavor of the wine is cooked out, so I don't have any raw wine flavor. Every time it reduces, I'm adding a little bit more chicken stock. Risotto's very dangerous. We have to constantly be watching, constantly monitoring, stirring on a regular basis, which is gonna give it that creaminess to the texture of the risotto. And while my rice is cooking, I gotta multitask. I'm gonna start grating my cheese just to give a little bit of funk. It's just gonna give it a nice different texture, different flavor in the cheese. The Gruyere is more for the meltiness of it. The Parmigiano is more for like a nice sharpness to it.
I'm working on my piquillo pepper sauce. I put a bunch of bacon in a pan, so it has that nice bacon flavor in my wonderful sauce.
That's a lot of piquillos.
I add my piquillo peppers and my tomatoes and stir until it breaks down.
Okay, so Esty, I hear you love bacon.
Of course I love bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? My favorite bacon dish is bacon donuts. I love bacon donuts. I have them all the time in the LA County Fair. It's awesome.
Now, what are you most nervous about?
I'm kind of nervous about the time.
Good luck, Esty.
I check on the dates. Oh my God, they're like raw still. All I could do is leave them there until the last second, but now I'm worried that my bacon might not cook in time.
I'm scared, like it's not cooked and she's only 8 minutes left.
How's it going, Chef Calvin?
Excellent, cooking away, cooking away.
All right, are you concerned at all with timing, with getting to the plate?
You know what, I'm confident with the way I can make the risotto. I'm gonna make it just creamy enough, it'll be fine.
If you succeed with this bacon risotto, you will be among the first to make a successful risotto in this kitchen, and we've been waiting for it. So I wish you Godspeed and good luck, Chef
Thank you very much, I appreciate that. God bless her.
Help!
Can I help you?
Yeah.
Where do you want it?
This is
Right here is okay?
Yeah. Thanks for helping me so much.
Of course. Hopefully my risotto didn't burn. I don't want to win because she couldn't get a blender on her station.
After my sauce is ready, I put it in a blender to puree. Let the blender ninjas work.
All right, here we go now. Now it's time to finish my risotto. I'm adding the cheese, I'm adding my butter, a little bit more stock. I wanted to add a little bit more liquid to make sure it's nice and creamy.
Less than 2 minutes left. You should definitely be plating now, chefs.
2 minutes? Oh my God, time is almost up.
When are your dates gonna come out, Esty?
I think about right now if they're cooked. Please be cooked, please be cooked. Oh my God. They look like they're still raw.
There's nothing she can do.
If my bacon does not cook in the last minute, I don't have a dish to serve.
Gotta get them, Esty.
Oh, I'm gonna lose. I have no idea what to do. It's a disaster. Oh my God. They look like they're still raw. I left my dates in there as long as I could, and my bacon looks raw.
Just get them on the plate.
They're raw. I left it as long as I can, but I need to get them plated, even though they're raw. They're just falling off.
Just get 3 or 4 on them. Just do it. Get them on the plate.
Chef Esty's bacon might not actually be raw. It just appears raw because she didn't get any color on it.
Come on, Esty, you got this.
I'm plating my risotto with about 2 minutes left, adding the guanciale crumble right on top, and finishing off with a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano and a little bit of microgreens for some color. Bacon is on the inside, bacon is on the outside. Bacon, you can smell it. Bacon, you can taste it. Bacon, bacon, bacon.
I just came out with something. I'm gonna blowtorch it. So I grab that blowtorch and I can't break the child lock. I can't. How is this thing supposed to work if there's a child lock on it?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the plates.
I want to give Chef Esty a big hug. Even though I'm here to win, I want to win against Chef Esty at her best, so I'm a little disappointed on her end.
Okay, chefs, please bring your plates up to the judges.
I don't feel very confident in my dish. What if it is raw? Oh.
Chef Esty, please explain your dish.
This is my bacon wrapped date stuffed with induja and petit basque with a piquillo pepper sauce. I know the judges, they wouldn't try my dish if it was raw. There's a teensy bit of hope now I know they're eating it.
Chef Esty, the concept of the dish was great. It had a lot of flavor. The bacon was cooked through, it just wasn't crispy. I really loved your sauce. I thought you did a great job producing great flavor with your peppers and your tomatoes and your onions, but now put the sauce on the side because even if you put the crispy dates in here, the bacon would have got a little soggy anyway. So next time, separate the sauce from that, but overall, it was a good dish.
The bacon is actually cooked. That's a nice word to hear when you're worried that the judges are about to die.
Chef Esty, what I really loved about your dish is all the flavors that you're working with. I think conceptually it was a fantastic dish. I loved that you kind of echoed the flavors of the andouille inside the date in the sauce that you paired it with. I liked the saltiness, I liked the sweetness from the dates. My flaws with the dish would be that there's too much sauce, and I wish you would have put just a touch more of the cheese inside the dates because I liked that refreshing nature that it gave to the dish.
If Chef Esty's flavors are still good, then she could still win. And Chef Mike is very strict about risotto. Hopefully Chef Mike really nails him on it.
Chef Calvin, please explain your dish.
What I have for you judges today, we have a bacon risotto with a guanciale crumble.
Chef Kelvin, I like the crust that you had on top of your risotto, the different textures of bacon. I liked how you cooked the bacon throughout the rice, and I thought you definitely used the cheese in a very well manner where you tasted the cheese, but it wasn't overwhelming. Maybe a little bit too much wine in there, and I don't know, I've never seen this before, but I kept seeing you cover your rice, and I think if you would just left the top off and just let it keep going and keep stirring it, you would have built it up to be more of a risotto.
Chef Kelvin, what I liked most about this dish is that there was bacon all throughout the dish. I liked the doneness on the actual arborio rice. I thought it was cooked perfectly. One thing that I would critique this dish on is when you're cooking the risotto, to stir it rather than covering it. So the rice itself was just kind of suspended in the slightly thick liquid. You know, it didn't eat like a risotto, but it ate like a really nice rice dish. I would have liked to see that you used a broth other than chicken broth because I'm tasting a lot of chicken. So other than that, it would have been very delicious.
I tasted it. It was creamy. Tasted like a risotto to me. You know, I'm not gonna argue with the judges. The judges are there for a reason, so I'm very confident still. You know, they love my flavor profile, so I think I did my part.
Well, chefs, you gave us two ham-tastic dishes today. Please give us a moment to chew the fat.
My bacon dish is actually not as bad as I thought it would be. So I'm getting an inch more confidence. Hopefully this goes the way I want it to.
You know, I'm trying to clean sweep the prodigy, so I want to go into the second round with an advantage and win that second round and go home a winner with all three.
Okay, Mike, Alia, who's the winner of round one?
We've decided that the winner is Chef Calvin.
I didn't get the menu board for my team. Congratulations, Chef Calvin. Oh, congratulations for me.
Chef Esty, you know, it was a bacon challenge, and the star of the dish wasn't cooked correctly.
One down, two more to go.
Chef, congratulations.
Thank you.
This means that you get to choose an advantage from the menu board for round two. We continue our trip through the South with another staple that just makes me smile. I'll take this dish served cold, served hot, as long as it's fried chicken.
Yeah.
With this challenge, we want you to make an entree that highlights it.
See the smile, fried chicken? Come on, fried chicken. This is a walk in the park.
Adam, you had me at fried chicken. No, but this isn't as easy as it sounds. It's all about paying close attention to the flavor inside and out. Not just a crispy skin, it's gotta be flavorful, and it's gotta have a lot of flavor and juiciness on the inside.
Chefs, it's also important which cut of chicken you're gonna wanna use. You're gonna go with a thigh, you're gonna go with a breast, and make sure that it's cooked thoroughly, it's tender inside, and also crispy on the outside.
Thank you, judges. Okay, Esty, it's time for you to make your choice. Which one of your teammates will be competing at a disadvantage in round two?
I choose Chef Isaiah.
I picked Chef Isaiah because he loves fried chicken, almost as much as me. He'll be great for this challenge.
Our next prodigy, he's small on stature, but big on Southern flavors.
Man, this is my type of challenge. The first time I made fried chicken, I was 7 years old. I'm like the bomb with chicken.
Please welcome Chef Isaiah.
You can never know what to expect with these kids. They're all talented, and there's a reason they picked Isaiah, so let's see what Isaiah has.
For round two, the menu items are takeaway, Rob your opponent of a key ingredient. Wild card. Take a chance. You could win a massive advantage or be hampered with a disadvantage. One-stop shop. Your opponent will only be allowed one trip to the pantry.
I think I'm gonna go with takeaway.
Takeaway. So rob your opponent of a key ingredient.
I choose takeaway because I think it's gonna give me an opportunity to do some damage and take away an important ingredient in Chef Isaiah's dish.
You have 45 minutes to give us fantastic fried chicken, and your time starts now.
Let's go, Isaiah!
I have to work fast enough so he wouldn't take away anything that's too important to me. So I'm going to make a tandoori fried chicken with a potato salad and a mango chutney. Tandoori actually is an Indian spice. It's normally made with garlic, ginger, cayenne pepper, paprika, and more. Boom! I'm going to make my marinade, Greek yogurt, tandoori. I'm going chicken tenders this round because it's going to be very easy for the judges to eat. So the tandoori is going to give it a nice Indian flavor, and the chicken's still going to be nice and tender.
Isaiah is kind of a health nut. He likes healthy, organic ingredients, and he always reads the labels of the packages.
I don't know if he's gonna go so healthy this round.
I feel like I'm right in my comfort zone, and I can make some badass fried chicken. I'm making a spicy fried chicken with a maple chicken sauce. I've done it in restaurants before. It's a big hit. Sweet, spicy, can't go wrong. First thing is I put my chicken stock to reduce so I can get it to the perfect consistency. The spice mix that I'm using with the flour is smoked paprika, sweet paprika, cayenne pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. I need to marinate my chicken for about at least 10 minutes in buttermilk sriracha, and then all the flavor is gonna just sit.
How are you gonna be making your maple dipping sauce?
I got some chicken stock reducing till it's really, really, really nice and thick. Finish it with some butter and the maple syrup at the end, and that way it's a nice thick sauce.
Ooh.
Nice.
Taters.
I'm making potato salad. Chicken and potatoes are like a classic pairing together. I got fingerling potatoes. Those are actually the smallest potatoes. I'm going to let those boil until they get soft.
This is a fried chicken competition. Your fried chicken has to be perfect. So I'm just gonna make some potato chips that are gonna have the same flavor profiles that the fried chicken has. I take a russet potato right into the fryer. We're gonna get a perfect, crisp chip. Isaiah, what are you making?
I'm making tandoori fried chicken with a potato salad and a mango chutney.
You weren't supposed to tell him what you were making, Isaiah.
Oh no! If Chef Kelvin takes away one of my key ingredients, anything that's very important to me, I lost.
I think for this one instance, total honesty was not the way to go for Chef Isaiah.
Now I have to work on my mango for the mango chutney. A chutney is kind of like an Indian salsa, but with fruit. My chicken has like a spicy flavor, so I think this mango chutney is going to add a little sweetness for balance.
Isaiah, I'm sorry, but I gotta take away your mangoes, buddy.
Boom, I just lost my mango. It's not gonna go great anymore.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Instead of a mango chutney, I think I should make an apple chutney because apples are very sweet and is very delicious.
One has to wonder if Isaiah was playing the mango as a red herring.
I would have grabbed a bunch of things I didn't need.
It's like it didn't faze him. I love it. I love it. Now I just gotta make sure the best fried chicken wins.
So for my chutney, I dice my onions to little pieces, and then I put it inside a pot with some clarified butter and garlic. I add some tamarind paste because Indian food has to have a spice.
All right, Isaiah, how's it going, man?
Hi, Adam.
You even like chicken danced your way out of the box. You were so excited to get to this challenge.
I know, right?
So how much did it hurt you getting the mangoes taken away?
It hurt me a little bit, but I know I got this.
Excellent. I like to see that kind of confidence. Good luck. We can't wait to try your chicken fingers.
Aw, thank you, sir.
All right.
So my potato chips are nice and crisp. I'm gonna season with salt and my little spice mixture. The temperature of the fryer is perfect. I can start making my chicken. I take my chicken out of its marinade and dredge it in my flour right away, right into the fryer, and that's gonna be part one of my fry method.
All right, Chef, how's it going?
I'm looking good, I'm looking good. I'm gonna start frying my chicken now because I'm gonna fry them twice.
What's the logic behind this?
Just making sure that it's extra crispy the second time around.
All right, so are you gonna take it to a full doneness the first
I'm
time?
gonna take it about halfway. And then when I'm ready, I'm gonna drop it one more time.
I like that. Instead of taking extra time in the marinade, you're focusing more on the cooking approach of it.
And making sure that the chicken is perfect.
Very excited to see what happens, Chef Calvin.
Thank you very much. That looks beautiful.
My potatoes just got done. I have to cut up my potatoes. Then I have to get Greek yogurt and sour cream to give it the dressing. But I have to add a little bit of spice. That's why I use cayenne pepper and paprika. Then I squeeze half a lime to finish my potato salad.
Isaiah, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
If you good, I'm good. I see Chef Isaiah working on potato salad, apple chutney. I just think he's doing too much. I'm just trying to make sure I don't throw in my chicken too early again. And then it's up to plating. Keep it simple. You know, if it's about fried chicken, judge me on my fried chicken.
Cornflakes and breadcrumbs are my breading for the fried chicken because I need like a crispy, crunchy texture. I'm putting my chicken in the breading and I'm about to put it in the fryer to get that nice golden brown. My chicken looks perfect, so I'm gonna work on my chutney. Ooh, black chutney.
Don't make that.
I've been taking on way too much work and I didn't check that chutney for too long. I can't serve this to the judges because it's burnt. I gotta figure something out like right now.
Chefs, 5 minutes. 5 minutes remain.
I turned around, boom, black chutney. I can't serve this to the judges.
Start plating, get everything else to be perfect.
I'm not gonna serve it. I have to make the other components perfect.
Throw my chicken right back in the fryer. That way I can guarantee that it's gonna be crisp on the outside and still all the juices are gonna be flowing on the inside.
That's good. When I take my chicken out, I see the nice golden brown. Wow. Even though I'm not using my chutney, I nailed my chicken and potatoes, so my dish is going to be good.
I got my crispy, all right. Take out my chicken, it looks perfect. I'm very happy with the crust. I feel the crispiness. It is delicious. My chicken is perfect. I know I'm gonna win this round.
All right, chefs, 1 minute. 1 minute left.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
Isn't that nice to see? It's like breaking bread.
I think my chicken tastes better than his because he said it's a spicy chicken. I didn't taste one bit of the spice.
3, 2, 1. Time's out. Okay, chefs, please bring your plates up to the judges.
This chicken proves that I'm worthy of my title, the Fried Chicken Master.
I got the job done. Fried chicken. It's crispy, it's moist, it's delicious. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Chef Isaiah, please explain your dish.
Here we have tandoori fried chicken and a potato salad.
Chef Isaiah, I liked your fried chicken tenders. You really built up a lot of flavor with the tandoori. I also enjoyed how you complemented with the potato salad. I would have liked the crust to be a little bit more even. Certain parts were just a little bit more clumpy. And also, it would have been nice if you had sauce to go with this.
Chef Isaiah, the dish itself was very balanced with the lime that added a nice brightness to a fried dish. I really liked the crust on the chicken tender. The coating could have been a little bit more even, but conceptually and texturally, everything made sense together.
I knew I had a few glumps inside my chicken. I had to rush on my timing, but I think I could win because they said more good things than bad.
Chef Calvin, please explain your dish.
Judges, for you today, I have a nice spicy fried chicken with a maple chicken sauce.
Chef Calvin, the actual chicken was cooked perfectly. It was very juicy, it had great flavor, but the execution fell a little bit short. I think it would have been great to incorporate maybe another element that would help bring texture and some creaminess besides just 2 fried elements on the plate.
Chef Calvin, it was crispy, it was juicy, it reminded me of a really nice classic fried chicken, which I really enjoyed. The sauce I really didn't like at all. It was very sweet. When I ate the chicken separately, I loved the chicken. Then when I dipped the chicken in, it didn't really come together for me. It became a heavy dish from a fried chicken to a fried chip to a sweet sauce. Didn't have any acidity, any balance to bring it all together for me.
I stand by my sauce. I love it, but it's a fried chicken challenge. Perfect fried chicken, period.
Well, chefs, please give us a moment to discuss.
It's important for me to win round 2 because I need to keep my momentum. I need to be on top. I need to have the advantage. Who knows what's gonna be on that menu board in round 3?
I'm just so tense. They ate the whole thing. They can't dislike it, right?
Mike, Alia, who's the winner of round 2?
We've decided that the winner is Chef Isaiah.
Great job.
Both of the fried chicken elements were executed very well. So what it came down to was overall cohesiveness. Isaiah's entree was much more balanced as an entire dish.
This is amazing. I won with a disadvantage and I didn't have a sauce.
I'm so upset that I lost in the second round. My chicken was perfect. But hey, round 3, here I come. Let's see who's gonna take it all.
Congratulations, Chef Isaiah. The Prodigies will now compete with an advantage going into the third and final winner-takes-all round, which will be presented and judged in a blind taste test by a master chef. As usual, our third round is a trio, which means that you will have to make 3 separate dishes. Our special guest today is a kitchen Jedi. His proteges include Nancy Silverton and Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay?
He's currently the executive chef and owner of Adele's in Nashville, Montecito in Toronto, as well as Barbudo and Jams in New York City. Please welcome Chef Jonathan Waxman.
Chef Jonathan Waxman is the culinary god. When you think about American cuisine, we think about Jonathan Waxman. Such an honor to have him tasting my food today.
I heard Southern Comfort is the theme for today, and I knew right away what I wanted for this all-important trio. You have to deal with smoke. 3 ways, a trio of smoke.
How can you possibly ask them to smoke things in an hour?
That's not the judge's problem, it's the chef's problem. You know, back in the day when I was your age, I learned how to do it in a wok with a little bit of dry rice and brown sugar on top of the stove with a little lid on top.
There you have it, chefs. It's a smoking trio. Thank you, Chef Waxman, for your help in presenting round 3. We're gonna call you back just as soon as our chefs have completed their cook.
Thank you, guys. Good luck.
It's now time for the big question. Isaiah, which one of your teammates will be competing with an advantage in round 3?
I think it might be a boy. He probably has the voice. I think he might be my choice. I choose Chef Cloyce.
Chef Cloyce.
That wasn't bad.
I choose Chef Cloyce because he loves to experiment with cooking techniques. He's gonna get really creative.
With his photographic memory and constant diet of cooking shows, he's shown us that his range is truly unlimited.
I have quite a lot of experience with smoking. I've done beef jerky, I've done tons of different things. I am so stoked I got picked. I get to use one of my favorite cooking techniques, smoking, for one of my favorite chefs, Jonathan Waxman. It's gonna be epic.
Please welcome Chef Cloyce.
I've been cooking longer than Chef Cloyce has been alive. My confidence level is high. You know, I gotta go back home a winner.
For round 3, the menu items are: Simon Says, pick up to 2 techniques that your opponent must use to create the dish. Check your work. Your opponent cannot start cooking until a set of mise en place tasks are completed to judge Mike Isabella's satisfaction. Lifeline. You can ask a judge to provide feedback on one of the components of your dish. Chef Cloyce, your decision is?
Check your work.
Check your work, Chef Kelvin. Those tasks are: chop a bunch of parsley, julienne half an onion, brunoise the other half of the onion, peel and chop 1 head of garlic. Now, Chef, I must warn you, Chef Mike Isabella is very serious about his mise.
That's the problem when you're an executive chef. You have other people to do knife work for you. It's like, okay, back to culinary 101.
All right, chefs, it all comes down to this. You have 1 hour to create 3 separate dishes. Do not be afraid to smoke the competition. Your time starts now.
I'm hoping I can get this done in less than 10 minutes. Anything more than that is gonna be a huge disadvantage.
Chef Waxman's gonna be looking for super smoky flavors, and I need to make sure that there's smoke on every single level. I'm going to be making a seared scallop with a sauce salmorejo and a smoked panko gremolata, braised bacon over a smoked white onion puree. For my third dish, I'm going to be doing a lapsang souchong infused poke de creme.
Hey, Chef Cloyce.
Yes,
What does pot de creme mean in French?
it's literally a pot of cream. I'm going to be using lapsang souchong, which is the smoked tea.
The lapsang souchong is one of the smoked elements in my poke de creme. It has a very nice floral, smoky flavor.
Gotta infuse lots of flavor, you know?
First, I am beating egg yolks, sugar, and a little bit of cocoa powder. I added my chocolate. I pour my cream mixture into my egg so that my chocolate melts. Then I pour my entire mixture into little jars. I need to let these bake for at least 25 minutes. Time management is gonna be a big part of this round for me. I wanna serve this dish cold, so I need to get it cooked now.
Oi, 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 oi. Poor Chef Kelvin.
It's almost 10 minutes in there, Chef.
I want to do it right the first time. Thank you very much.
Chef Kelvin's still on his mise en place. What? I grabbed the pressure cooker. It's going to compress and quickly cook my bacon.
Prodigies excel at the ability to obsess. Cloyce actually will obsess on one task until he feels that he's mastered it.
That's why he uses the pressure cooker all the time.
That's gonna get seared and go over a smoked white onion puree.
I've seen onion purees before, and I think that it would be a great idea to smoke a puree. I need to make sure that these white onions are super, super thin because I need them to cook thoroughly so that they're nice and soft when I puree them.
Garlic is the toughest one.
Yeah.
Chef Mike, please, save me.
Chef, you're a little rusty on your knife skills over here. I'm gonna let you slide on your onion. All right, Chef, you can start your cook.
Thank you, Chef. I lost about 11.5 minutes because of my disadvantage. I need to run. That's the only way I'm gonna get those 10 minutes back. We have a couple options in the kitchen for the smoking. Our smoke gun, which is something I've never used in my life. Stovetop smoke, basically just taking some wood chips, igniting them using a perforated pan, so the smoke is incorporated into whatever protein you put on top of it. I decided to do a smoked and seared scallop over a cauliflower puree. For my second dish, I'm going to do a miso marinated smoked salmon. For my dessert, I'm making a smoked apple and pecan crumble. Right here in this pan, I have a little bit of cauliflower with some shallots. Cooked down, it's gonna be a nice little cauliflower puree. I want the cream to reduce before I puree it.
The scallop is going to have smoked gremolata using panko breadcrumbs. Gremolata is typically parsley, lemon zest, and garlic. Once they're toasted, I mix them with chopped parsley and lots of lemon zest. I'm going to smoke the entire thing to really impart lots of smoky flavor.
I want to smoke the crumble that I'm gonna make. It's got a little bit of brown sugar, some butter for my apples that I'm gonna glaze. Apples and pecans go very well. It's a classic Southern dish. The pecan needs to be toasted in the oven separately to get a little bit of texture. I'm gonna melt the butter and the brown sugar together and then add my apples.
What a recovery. If in the next 5 minutes he can be up and running, that gives him 30 minutes left to finish his dishes.
Sauce salmorejo is basically a thinned out gazpacho. Gazpacho being a very fresh Spanish soup. I'm going to be using lots of fresh vegetables and a baguette that I soak in water. I think that it's gonna be a really nice dish.
I take the salmon, add it to my miso glaze, let it marinate for about 3-4 minutes. The miso marinade is gonna add a really nice Asian flavor that I'm looking for, really hold up well to the smoker. By doing the scallop in a crosshatch form, by scoring it, it cooks a lot faster, incorporates flavor a little bit more when you're basting the scallop.
What's up, Cloyce?
What's up, Adam?
What is the sauce you have here?
Oh, this is a white onion. Eventually gonna be a puree.
Pot de creme's setting up somewhere now?
Yeah, it's actually in the oven. I'm gonna pull them out and then get them in the blast chiller so they're nice and cold.
So this is your gremolata?
Yes.
What are you using for that?
I'm gonna be using applewood.
Great. Applewood smoked gremolata.
Approach.
Don't light yourself on fire, please.
Yeah, I will. I'll try not to.
All right, Cloyce, good luck. All right, now that looked like it was a pretty tough time constraint right there at the beginning.
It was probably the best decision he made.
Are you making some kind of Parmesan cheese cracker?
Yes, sir, right to top off the scallop.
Is everything going into the stovetop smoker here?
Yes, sir. I just gotta relight it.
Oh, you're just winning me over with the smell right now.
As long as I smell like smoke, that means I'm doing a good job.
Exactly. All right, good. I like that attitude. Great, good luck.
Thank you very much. Once I have my salmon ready, I throw it into my smoker. Now,
It's smoky in here.
now it looks good. I got an inferno over here to a point where I can't even see what I'm doing. Salmon I want to fully cook. Scallops I don't. So I'm gonna cook them in the pan.
I need to smoke my scallops before I sear them. I'm smoking everything twice, and if it's not smoky, it's game over.
I take my apple and pecan crumble and put it into a mason jar. My plan is to smoke it completely. How does this go?
Just lay it on its side. Stop playing with it. Make sure your food's ready.
I'm getting nervous. It doesn't want to stay. It's taken me a while to figure out this smoking gun. Since I lost 11 minutes, I need to smoke the entire dessert, but that's not happening. I don't know what I'm doing. It's not smoking in properly. Hi, someone help me, please. I can't lose against kids. Come on. You want to tell people that you lost to a bunch of kids?
Chefs, you have 5 minutes left.
The key to this whole round is smoking. It's not happening. I look over to Chef Cloyce's station and I see that he's using a smoking gun with a Ziploc bag. If it's working with Chef Cloyce, she'll be working with me. Let's make it happen. Smoke. I don't think I've ever been this happy to see smoke. Now I can worry about plating this dish and getting ready.
I take my pressure cooker off the heat and check on my bacon. It's not falling apart like I wanted it to. I wasn't able to cook it long enough, but there's no going back.
That's a hot smoke.
Salmon comes out and it's scaring me because I think it's a little overcooked. I forgot how intense that smoker was.
I need to smoke my poke de cremes, and I know that the cream will take lots of the smoky flavor.
Everything is coming together really well.
If you're making a scallop, it has to be cooked perfect. What separates me from Chef Cloyce is having that experience under my belt and knowing when something's cooked properly, it comes with time.
I feel like I came, I conquered, and I'm ready to hit a home run.
2 minutes. You should be plating.
When two competitors are doing the same protein, you better make sure yours is perfect. I've cooked a lot of scallops. That plate is representative of many, many years of dedication to the craft. I've been working my entire life to prepare this dish.
20 seconds!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the dishes. Hands up.
I'm confident, I'm happy, I feel good until I look over at Chef Cloyce's plate. Chef Cloyce's dish easily can get past in any restaurant. I'm a little nervous.
Chef Cloyce, what have you prepared for Chef Waxman?
A seared scallop over a sauce salmorejo with a smoked gremolata, a braised pork belly over a smoked white onion puree, and on your right, the lapsang souchong infused poke de creme, topped with creme fraiche, smoked Malden, and chocolate curls.
What did this kid say? I can't even pronounce what his dessert is.
Chef Kelvin, what did you prepare for Chef Waxman?
Seared and smoked scallop with a cauliflower puree and a Parmesan crisp, a miso marinated smoked salmon. For dessert, we have an apple pecan crumble with a cinnamon mascarpone.
Thank you, Chef. Good luck.
Today, I'm feeling a little sneaky. Mike, Alia, would you mind switching the plates? Chefs, please welcome back our round 3 guest judge and master chef, Jonathan Waxman. So this is a blind taste test, meaning that you have no idea who cooked which dish. Remember, you're judging the dishes based on creativity, presentation, adherence to the spirit of the challenge, and of course, taste. Chef, please try the dishes on your right.
That's got some smoke, guys.
Even though I know that I killed it with the technique. If Cloyce hits a home run with all 3 dishes, I might have a problem.
I love the cross-hatching on the scallop. It was cooked à point, which just means that it's not too rare, not too overcooked. And that's a delicate balance. I like the sauce. The Parmesan chip was a little bit of a throwaway. I didn't think I really needed it, but salmon, it's smoked all the way through, inside, out, and a little bit overcooked. I wasn't that enamored of that dish. Dessert, it was nicely cooked. It didn't actually come together perfectly. I don't think there was enough smoke to really pique my interest.
I'm not arguing with Chef Waxman one bit. I knew the salmon was gonna hurt me, so I'm waiting to see Chef Cloyce and hoping he didn't execute something properly.
Now, Chef, for the dish on your left.
I think my dessert might be better than his, just in terms of going out of the box, showing very good technique, but my bacon didn't have enough time to braise, and I'm really worried.
I think that my favorite thing about this was really this lapsang souchong dessert. Brilliant. It's a brilliant way of getting smoke in a dish without being silly about it. The pudding was perfectly cooked, and in the time frame, I don't think I could have done as well. Extremely well done. I'm a huge fan of pork. This pork let me down. It was the right cut for what you wanted to do with it. However, it wasn't cooked nearly long enough. Lastly, the scallop. I do like the crunchiness of the topping, sort of smoky gremolata. Unfortunately, this scallop, it was a little bit rare.
Ouch. That sucks. Chef Waxman's opinion is very valuable. If he says it's undercooked, it probably was likely undercooked.
Thank you, Chef Waxman. Now, before we announce the winner of tonight's Man vs. Child Chef Showdown, Prodigies, would you join us in the kitchen, please?
I have the best singular dish of both trios. If I win, it's because my poke de creme's on point. Tons of smoke flavor, lots of culinary technique involved. It's all resting on my shoulders.
Chef Waxman, who is the winner of tonight's Man vs. Child?
You know, this is a difficult one for me. Each dish had its merits, but in the end of the day, there's one that I would have chosen.
Chef Kelvin put up a great fight. He really brought the flavor, brought the smoke. If I am gonna go down in flames, I'm glad that I went down to somebody as talented as he.
Chef Waxman, what exactly drew you to this dish?
The scallop had me at hello. It was beautiful. I wanted to eat it. Kudos to all you guys. Did a great job.
Thank you very much, Chef Waxman. Chef Kelvin, thank you so much and congratulations to you. And we'll see you next time on Man vs. Child, Chef Showdown.
I came in here thinking, I was just gonna breeze by the competition, and I said, come on, it's kids. What can they really do? I'm so impressed to see the love that they have for it. They have fun with it. I told you I was gonna win.